Hello and good morrow, adventurers. Welcome to another episode of Dice of the Beholder presents the Chronicles of Nidum. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Hello and welcome to session 13 of Dice of the Beholder presents the Chronicles of Nidum.
Croeso, mammy fuckers. It's St. David's Day.
Dydd Godowy hapus.
You broke it.
Dydd Godowy hapus. Happy St. David's Day.
I think you'll find it's Croeso, mammy fuckers.
I think he does it. He just wants to be on camera really quickly.
I just want the
This is
attention.
everybody. Hello. Welcome to session 13.
Hello.
Hi Shane. Bye Shane. Sorry we'll be here. Thanks for the blessings.
At least he bothered to bless us.
But yes. So we're on session
You two are
13.
really bright now.
Yeah. For some reason, and you are not.
Do I look very pale?
It may be because of the way that that's bent, so it's kind of like displaying the line.
You're much
It's
brighter.
not diffusing it evenly.
No.
Oh well.
We'll
We'll get some soft boxes in this piece.
We'll work on
Get
it.
all professional studio quality.
Yeah, at some point. But yes,
We'll work on it.
the backgrounds around everyone have slightly changed. Ever so
What?
slightly. We've moved the room around.
I don't think mine would have changed much.
No.
No,
It's
they pretty
very
much
much
sound
on the
exactly the
opposite side of
same.
me.
It's true, you've moved.
We're
Not
about
at all.
inches.
Probably moved like
No,
a foot
not
to
at
I
a
reckon
right.
you're exactly the same place as you were.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, actually.
Yeah, more or less, because
Yeah.
the throw would be sat like
Yeah.
in here.
Yeah.
And Charlie was on the end of the table, so
Yeah.
you have stayed.
Pretty much exactly where you
There's more room.
And I guess
Don't
so.
like change.
Everyone's happier.
We're very happy.
We have to go behind him to get to the loo now, but
We're just happy that Brian isn't in the fireplace on
Yeah.
a bench.
And
The most
if you
important
all
thing is that Brian isn't claustrophobic.
Yes. Yeah. Well, not claustrophobic, but if you all take a little notice of your nameplates.
I didn't even go chat open it on.
I haven't got. I don't.
oh, well I have, and I'm very impressed.
I think in order to watch it, I would have to follow this.
Oh,
You
no,
do
I've got
follow
an
us,
advert.
I
Do I
didn't
still-
get an advert. It's never got an advert. You lucky duck.
But yes, it now shows you as the actual level you are.
Oh right. What was the problem? No, don't get into that. That would be really boring.
No, it was a bit of a bollock, just copying and pasting and like snipping pictures. So you're not learning that for a while because it's a bollock.
So what you're saying is that the
Just the level four for
the D&D Beyond overlay is shite. D&D
Well, we will
The
learn
overlay-
is
for
shite.
ages.
No, the
We
overlay.
are
The overlay.
Get
Yeah.
your goddamn.
The overlay is wonderful.
I see what
but
you
the
mean about the
overlay doesn't
lighting,
give you
that's
the
really
nameplates.
weird.
Get your shit together, D&D Beyond.
It's not them. Brian created the nameplates. It's him who didn't update them. Get your shit together,
We
Brian.
love you, D&D Beyond. You're amazing and
I don't.
wonderful. And oh, yes, I will be using it in this because it was broken on Saturday and I couldn't actually use it in Dice of the Beholder Junior. But I'm going to be... If there are any combat encounters in
You're
today's
going
session,
into an angry mind.
Yeah, we're
I
going to
will
a
be,
mine, there's
I
gonna be
will be
combat.
using the new
Fucking weird if you
D&D Beyond initiative counter. When you run the encounters that you make, which is actually quite
Nice.
useful and fun. It's a good laugh. I don't even have to roll dice for the initiatives for the monsters. It's
I'm
great.
against it.
What?
I'm against it.
What?
Because you're supposed to roll dice. That's what this fucking game is.
It just makes initiative quicker. If there's like 20 things going up against you, I don't want to roll 20 dice. Just click a button. It gives them all initiative.
You need to roll 20. Oh, that's fine. Carry on.
But yes, so I'll be using that today. And yeah, as they said,
For
we're going
initiative,
into
who cares,
a
right?
mine. This is going to be...
Sorry?
I said for initiative. Really, who cares?
In
My
the
lips are
mine. We're
Session
That would be the
13,
answer. No, I'm
good
free.
old-fashioned dungeon crawl.
Fuck yeah!
So,
Bro's really excited about this. He was telling
Down,
me.
down, one down.
We're talking Weatherspoons.
Not sponsored.
No,
so
we are
far,
sponsored by Weatherspoons.
the story
No,
so
we're not.
Thanks, Weatherspoons.
Last time you left Nalbach on your way to the mining town of Porth.
Oh.
But as you had recently been involved in not a harrowing but difficult battle with the Tulpa, you laid to rest, or you set camp and tried to rest on your way. You that evening, encountered an old man with an eye patch and a stick
Could have been anyone.
who introduced himself as Wedden.
Whoops. Sorry for all the weird noises.
And Ace
I'm done now.
immediately began to bow
Hell,
and scrape in front of him.
I don't think that Ace scraped.
No, a bit bowed.
Yeah.
Ace introduced him as Odin, the head of the pantheon of the gods that she worshipped. They worshipped. And Sepsis apologised profusely for trying to Eldritch Blast him as soon as he walked into the clearing.
I was on edge.
There was
No, you were in hedge.
an incredibly restful evening.
I understand why I'm friends with this person.
It was an incredibly restful evening, and he woke in the morning to find that Wedden, or Odin, whoever he was, had disappeared.
How about we could split the difference?
Could have been
Between
anyone.
Woden.
And
Wotan.
He's woken.
in certain places in the north.
Hi! Hello!
And you made your way to Porth Town.
His Wednesday.
You were taken into the town by some guard who met you in the potato farms outside.
No. You're giving short shrift to my favourite guard ever.
He was.
What was his name?
Charlotte.
I don't know what his name is. All I know is he's my favourite guard so far.
Keep her for God's sake.
And that's gonna murder it.
Did you write it down?
Yeah, of course I did.
Oh, you are such an idiot.
No, did you go and find out?
Why, have you forgotten?
No.
What's he done?
He's knocked over a cup of tea from Saturday straight over on his new gymnastics certificate.
Yeah, you want to fill it out. So.
It's too late. It is already gone.
No, it's not.
Just take that.
Just wipe it.
I am of the
Dogs!
I am of the opinion that his name was Jules Pierre.
It is.
Yeah, well, the dog's name is Idiot.
No, it's Keeper.
No, it's definitely Idiot.
Anyway, that guard took us to see the Overseer, whose name was not Norman. Norman was the other one, the Inquisitor. Jayan. Who told us they had a problem in the mine at the 10th level.
In the mine.
Well, the problem started at the 10th level anyway. So, we then got taken to the mine after Sepsis bought a health potion, and we're in the cage going down.
Down in
I-
the earlier room.
Sorry.
And that's what happened.
Okay.
Oh, and Ariana asked the guard if he'd come if she screamed.
I feel that you may have stolen some of Bry's recapping thunder.
I'm
there.
cool with it.
He
It
was
was
trying
good.
to sort out.
They were trying to sort out a certificate that has had tea
wait.
spilt on it.
Before we carry on,
It's
I'll get rid of the salt.
it's being antiqued.
It
He's
is
going to get rid of me?
Yes. Oh, God.
I hand the salt.
Before we carry on,
I'm the
I just
better.
want to say thank you to Charlie, who's made us all glasses for our characters, and they're really
Ah,
cool. And I don't think you can see it properly because it's hang on.
They're wonderful.
You definitely can't see mine because I got a white drink in my against the white engraving. It's real
Yeah.
great.
It
But you
says
can't actually see that much of stuff in them, so...
it says dice, and it has pretty cogs on it, and it's really cool.
Dungeon Master.
Hey, Bri, why did I have to make you a new Dungeon Master one?
Yeah, bro. What happened?
Yeah, right.
Why are you all having a go at me? I didn't break it.
The dog knocked it off the side, and it was while it
It
was
sounds
in my
like you
cat.
put it somewhere where it was vulnerable to dog.
Everywhere in this house is vulnerable
Not
to
a
dog.
dog, it's a
It's
big
very-
dog.
it's
He
a
just
big dog.
took out a cup.
I mean, I don't see how he can be blamed for that. The cup was
So,
on the
yeah,
floor.
I made pint glasses for
Close to.
you and Em for our last campaign.
And they were really
The quotes from
beautiful.
your characters on them in the Dungeon Master one, but I wanted to make
And they've
everyone
all-
matching ones this time with names.
And she also made Welsh cakes.
I also made Welsh cakes because it's St. David's Day.
And I love Welsh cakes. But yeah, it's very cool, and I really love it.
I had a productive Sunday and Saturday because I made the glasses on yesterday.
Could have done this at the break.
I have
Just
practice
saying.
something. I was told
Well,
off.
I'm just really happy with them, and I wanted to say thank you. Don't be a dick.
I'm joking.
I tell you what, Bro, why don't you continue with this episode of Dice of the Beholder, Chronicles of Nidum, sponsored by Woden Spoons.
God.
No, it's fun.
No, it's sponsored by Woden.
Sponsored
Okay.
by Woden Spoons.
Woden spoons.
You were all in the lift
I am in the lift.
as it creaks.
Man,
ever
I'm there.
downwards.
I feel it. I'm immersed.
You
Carry on.
start to see the light disappear above you,
My emotions
and
broken.
the hole gets smaller and smaller until eventually, as the lift stops, You look above, and the light is no bigger than a coin above your heads.
But we were only going 10 down.
10 what?
Each level, as you've looked past, is ringed with caves branching off. Each cave is maybe 30 to 50 feet high at its opening, so each level is quite large. And as you get down, roll a perception check.
Wow, straight in there.
4.
Let the Greg doesn't even move anymore. I'm gonna kill him. Perception.
Keeper.
No, he wants to go out. 10.
10.
10.
You don't care?
Very well.
My passive is 10.
Roll 4 ace.
Okay. Oh, it's going to be pretty good, I reckon.
Rolled 17.
I don't actually have Ace's character sheet up yet. You caught me off guard a little bit, starting the game at the time that we always start it.
We've only been sitting here for half an hour chatting before the stream started.
Yeah, exactly. So you can understand why I'm a little bit unprepared.
Absolutely.
I thought that now we were sponsored by Weatherspoons, like a lot of the preparation would be done for us by.
Stop it! It's not worth your life.
Not a sponsor.
Don't worry yourself upset about me saying that we're sponsored by Weatherspoons.
Because we're not sponsored by them, and we don't agree with their political views, so...
I certainly don't. I don't see how that's relevant. I would take their money.
And their halloumi fries.
And their halloumi fries. Yes, extremely their halloumi fries. Can we say that whatever it is, AC
It rolled
is?
17.
Well,
17.
how is it dark down here? Am I wasting my time rolling for Ace who can't see
In the
in
dark.
the dark?
It was light for most of the journey.
Okay. Well, they got 18.
18.
Yeah.
As far as the rest of you are aware, you've hit your destination. There is a like a kind of almost
I swear I'll stop you off now.
just a wooden kind of bridge reaching out from the side, and there's just a short step from the elevator cage to, and it seems quite stable. Ace is not absolutely sure, but they're pretty sure. They're pretty certain that they only passed 9 levels.
Okay. Ace. Let's say, guys, I think we're on level 9.
Okay.
Weren't we supposed to go to level 10?
Maybe the lift is too scared to go to level 10.
The lift is too scared.
I don't know anymore.
I can try and get the lift to take us another level. Can I see if there's any more levels below?
Yeah, there's. It does go a lot further down. About 50 feet, which is what you've worked out that these levels are below you.
Yeah.
You can just make out, because you've got dark vision up to 60 feet. You know,
Yeah.
you can just make out another level, but there is no wooden bridge that would connect it to the lift.
Okay, we can't. Well, we could go down there, but I don't think we'd get across very easily. There's no bridge. We'll have to go from here and walk down. Can we walk down? I assume we can walk down.
Well, that'll we make our way down.
How?
I don't know.
We didn't get any blasting powder.
Should we have?
No, it seems like a bad idea to me.
I don't want to go things out
Let's
of my mind.
get out and have a look around.
Hey, quick tactical thought before we get into the mine proper. I've heard about explosions happening in places like this, so...
There's no one working.
No, yes.
You mean the gases from the mine?
I was going to say maybe if we find ourselves in a scrap, you might want to avoid fire-based spells.
Does anyone have a canary?
Kind of my thing.
I have a snake.
Send a snake on ahead. If it stops breathing, explosion risk. But as a rule, I think we're probably okay.
It does not have a similar respiratory system to you.
That's why people used to use canaries, isn't it?
Let's just walk and find out what's out there.
If you ask Ariana not to do fire magic, we're not going to get very far.
I've got some that's not fire.
I hand Ace a little ball of paper that gives her then a 5 foot radius of, I can write it myself, a 5 foot radius of light. And then
Thank you! Sorry, I forgot about the voice that I do for this.
You stay towards the back so you're not affecting everyone else's night vision, but it should help you, okay?
Alright, thank you.
Good lord.
Mrs. Patterson.
Can't do that voice now that Ace
You
has got
do-
laid.
Can do.
You do see a little further on, there is a soft glow coming from at least one of the, from what you can see, say, 8 cabinet openings that lead off
A cabinet opening.
into the walls of whatever
One of them is
straight
lit.
down tunnel. One of them seems to be lit.
Should we go for the lit one?
Shit's lit now.
It is lit.
Well, we can have a look as we go through. Can I see any tracks on the floor, in the dust or anything like that that would show a creature
No,
or creatures
please,
have
come
cast
on,
through
buddy.
it?
Roll me survival
Give it a
check.
rest.
Separate to the people. Kiba! Enough.
Roll me survival check.
Okay. Survival is going to be 21.
21.
And survival
Okay.
is good. This is backwards.
No, now it's backwards.
No, now it's correct.
As you search around on the floor, you do see quite a few tracks. There are a lot of drag marks, quite wide, uniform drag marks, as if crates of things have been pushed or dragged along the floor.
Like
in a
using
line.
guides to move.
From what you can see, those are thronged by, on either side, footprints, and they are leading towards 3 different cabins, the ones next to each other, the lit one and the ones on either side.
The footprints imply the lit one might be a good call, but also potentially the ones outside. There are tracks that go in but don't come back, is that correct?
Oh no, both ways.
There are lots of tracks heading in that direction.
If we take the lit one first, we can use whatever's lighting it to light the others.
Sounds good. Sounds lit. Huh.
Let's
I'm alright without it, personally.
So are we. It's still nice.
My night vision's not perfect, and it's only one eye, so I find it useful to have light if possible.
Fair enough.
Yeah, your depth perception sucks right now.
That's why I'm looking for light.
How wide are the passageways? Are they?
Well,
10, 15 feet wide.
Okay.
And
we
the
don't-
ceilings are 20 to 30 feet above.
So we don't necessarily need to be walking
Single
so
file.
far. I'll walk.
we can walk abreast.
Sepsis will walk next to Ace then.
I walk next to Ori. And put Cedric.
So you guys will go in front then.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll go front.
And I'll put Cedric between me and Ace and Sepsis, just because I like the way Sepsis squeaks about it.
Shouldn't that dog be out in front, scouting?
I don't think it has night vision.
Shouldn't it be anywhere else?
No, I think that's a perfectly sensible place to put it. Ariana, what do you think?
I mean, if it's not got night vision, it's just strumming hazard.
We're just going to end up falling over it. And the sensors I used aren't very good in the dark.
Mistakes as we're walking.
Yes.
I mean, would the 9 hills be an option?
No.
I mean, we're technically, by the looks of it, we're on the 9th level.
We're level 9? Shit, I should level up.
I wish we were on it.
What a generous dungeon master.
Yeah, sadly not. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I was just checking if Cedric had night vision. I don't think he does. Dark vision. I don't know why I keep saying night vision.
Same thing.
He actually has dark vision up to 6 feet. That's not what.
Sepsis doesn't need to know
That's
that.
not it all that.
Okay. You make your way into the mine. After about 30 feet into the cavern, you do come to a turning, and on the wall opposite you, you can't see further down the corridor because it winds away, but you do notice a torch is lit, if burning incredibly low on the wall. Possibly
Low
left
FQ.
lit from the last time they were here, the last time anyone was here.
You know, you would think if someone had put a torch into this bracket and they were coming back out, they would have collected said torch to help them get down to the, particularly humans. They would need it to get to the lift, but it's still here implies they didn't come back out this way.
Well,
Or they were
left
in
in a hurry.
Or they left in a hurry, but there were no bodies or anything to imply that that was the case. So I think this might be a good route to go.
Since Dice has called my attention to it, has said this, I'm interested. Can I roll anything to try and work out how long this torch would have burned for? Look how long it may have been lit.
Yeah. Roll me a. Oh God! Investigation check.
Investigation it is. 10.
10. I mean, trying to work out how long a torch has been lit, it's not difficult. You've seen torches burn previously. You know generally how long candles take to burn out. And as you're looking at it, a kind of like thin layer of cloth it's wrapped in, and the as you smell it, the type of oil that's being burned off, it's a very natural smell, very fleshy. Less taken from the earth, maybe whale oil.
Just ignore me.
Go down the wrong way.
No, I just had a cough for a couple of days.
Hi, Bear.
Everyone has to self-isolate for 2 weeks.
Okay.
2 weeks will work for everyone except me, because I can work from home.
They would send me a computer.
Pull yourself together.
It's the only time I get sick pay leave is if I get coronavirus.
Yeah.
Obviously,
None of us have.
no.
And we'd rather not.
We'd have to all self-isolate here. 2 weeks of D&D, guys.
Oh,
yeah.
Be amazing.
Without Ember, which is hard.
You couldn't risk it.
To be fair, I wouldn't want to give them coronavirus.
Skype. Okay.
Skypeman.
It's very close to going out. You can see the burnable material on there is almost non-existent now. It's very close to going out. It's on its last legs, and it's maybe been burning
It has
for
legs.
a couple of days.
Fucking hell. That's
Good
an
torch.
impressive torch.
Is it worth me?
Is it a fuel-filled torch, or
Yeah, like oil.
are we talking soaked
No,
rag?
it's like a rag.
It's effectively, you can see that it's a metal torch. There are rags stuffed in it to act like a wick,
Right.
but it seems like the metal
Full of
has
fuel.
been full of fuel.
Right. Okay, fair enough. Well, I guess that gives us an idea about when people last came through here.
Is it worth refilling it a little to make sure that we have an indicator to show which way we came in?
Well, maybe, but again, with the risk of gas, do we want to be carrying an open flame?
No, I'm not planning to carry it. I just want to refill this one here or replace it with one of these
Do
torches.
you have anything to replace? Oh, you've
Yes.
got torches.
I've got torches. Let's be
suppose
silly,
it would
Ori, I'm
be
human
handy
in
to
the
use.
dark.
So it would be handy to use it as a marker.
I take the one that's on the wall off and I just replace it with another torch.
New torch.
New torch. I have a tinderbox, and I did have torches last week, so I'm now a bit confused as to where they've gone. Ace had torches. I take one of Ace's. Ace should have torches.
I'm sure they do.
I think I ditched mine for weight reasons, but
So a fresh torch. Are we heading?
as long as Ace does have torches. Ace.
They do. I will remove one torch.
Let's go deeper.
I'm going deeper underground.
Go deeper.
There's too much tank in this town.
In addition, singing in Dice's accent is an experience.
I suppose I'm still.
Isn't it just alouette séjour?
I don't remember the rest of it.
I mean,
You know more
that
than me.
was a lot more than anyone else here knows in your show off.
Excuse me. Right up in my business.
I mean, you do take up an awful lot of room, my love.
Look, I'm the fucking designated note taker. I need the space.
I thought you were going to say driver. I was going to be like, you turn this table around right now.
I will. I'll turn this table around and no one's getting ice cream.
Ooh,
Why is it green?
it's got glowy.
I've already had
birds.
ice cream.
Yeah, it wasn't Joe's ice cream. Doesn't matter.
It was worth it.
So,
God, your arm looks red.
Mine?
No. In the
I mean, he's wearing a red sleeve
I
jacket.
know, but when he pulled it across, it was really glowing as a line. Oh, you didn't have to take it off. You're still very attractive. It's okay.
need something a lot better to mask
The light now reflects off the map.
It always reflected off the map.
The light now noticeably reflects
I-
off the map.
Sorry, I
got a
need it to go
softbox on
further
it.
towards you.
Oh.
What the fuck?
She took such sadistic pleasure in doing that.
I resigned from this campaign.
Okay.
Alright, see you later.
Goodbye, potato.
What?
Later, tater.
No, I could do it myself.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Oh yeah, no, it's all.
So, the mine, as you walk into, you walk out, and there is a wooden scaffold. You're now standing on the top one as you look down into the mine.
The scaffold, like for hanging people.
Yeah,
Scaffolding.
here.
Uh-huh.
But it's here, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Hi, people!
is it for hanging people?
You're for hanging people.
No, I'm more of a guillotine guy. Famously.
Quite famous for that.
Okay. And as you walk out, you do
Oof, that is a big
immediately
flare.
see it is a heavily worked mine. It is quite apparent straight away that there are tools, tables, cupboards dotted around. However, it's also quite obvious to you immediately, it becomes immediately apparent as you walk in, with the eerie quiet just kind of surrounding you. As you see this scene, it should be loud, it should be boisterous, but it just makes it feel more wrong. There are more lanterns in this room. They cast dim light in about a 20-foot radius, but again, those lanterns are again going out. But there is definite evidence as you look down from the scaffold that any miners here left in great haste. Pickaxes, shovels lay strewn around the ground. Lanterns have been knocked off their hooks, oil spilled. And you can just see off to your left then, lower down, down below you, a door
Sort of hairish?
leading further into the mine. Yeah.
Okay.
So how... There's a drop down off that scaffold, yeah?
Yeah, so we'd have to go down here, I think,
Right.
to get down. So this is
So
this
those
is
are
like the
stairs
top.
to our, my right.
Or like a slope.
Yeah. That's a slope going down there.
Well,
We will do something about the glare off this. I just don't know what yet, but we'll work on it.
well, making the camera that points it at a lower angle might help, but then obviously it would make all the... I don't know.
I will at some point.
Yeah, we'll work something out, it's fine. I'm gonna head down the slope.
I will also go down this slope with Cedric with me.
I guess we'll follow them.
Some things honestly really freak the miners out.
Looks like they left in a hurry.
Yes.
Can I see or hear anything concerning, like having had experience with the bullet? Can I hear anything that sounds like it's moving within the ground, or vibrations or anything around
Roll
me?
a perception check.
My perception sucks, so yeah, no, I can't feel anything.
Can I see any evidence of something other than human being down here?
Roll an investigation or a survival check.
Can I make that same check?
That is a nat one.
I do not
That
have
would
to
be
check
an
outside the gate, it's
investigation of
okay.
3.
It's fine. Let's
Samson,
What?
does Ace want to do anything?
Ace is gonna have a day of very much going with the flow today. I'm playing them in combat. I'm not gonna make any big character moves.
Okay.
Yeah, no, actually, Ace is like, guys, I think I'm gonna change my allegiance. I'm actually like a paladin of Loki now. I'm really evil.
Not evil.
Yeah, no,
Yes,
super
yes.
evil, super evil. I mean, yeah, no, so yes,
They
we
would
call
still
Loki.
believe- they would still believe in Loki.
Look, without getting
Keep
too
up.
in the weeds about this, we call Loki the god of mischief, but that mischief did involve bringing about the end of the world
Oh, several
by
times.
like making a wolf eat the sun. So like, I think we can call it evil. I think it's reasonable to
I
say
think
evil.
he had some quirky ideas of morality, much like sepsis. So,
He's a very naughty boy.
Do you want to see what it says in Sepsis' alignment section?
I know what it says in sepsis' alignment section. Okay, so I'm going to go up to the door and open it a crack and peer out and see if I can see anything through there.
Boom!
Check for traps, Spooky!
I did not. I just opened the door.
Okay.
I like
Phone's, whose phone's buzzing?
No one's.
No one's.
You merge into it's a long hall.
I follow you.
From what you can see, there are a lot more chairs with tables. In this one, small chairs, tables, little cubby holes chipped into the wall that have various items in it. Too dark at the moment for you to really make out because it's just piles and bundles. But it looks like it could have been a common area for the miners.
Is there any sign of combat in here? So marks on the floor, anything like that would imply
Make an investigation or a survival check.
survival. Well, it doesn't really matter. I have the same score for each. 21.
21?
Yeah.
No combat. Everything has been dropped quite quickly. It is quite apparent as you make out that most of the tools that now litter the floor are covered in stone dust and grime, as if they were left in a great hurry.
Okay. I mean, that's everything I knew before anyway.
There is at the opposite end of your room a
Okay.
slightly ajar door.
Which, over that way. What's this way? What can we see this way?
Further on over there, the doorways into those caves are much smaller. There is a sign above them and it's written in Elvish.
Are you reader?
Sleeping quarters.
Bedrooms.
It would appear, obviously,
I thought they were keeping the humans down here.
that yes, people were not allowed to leave once they were, at least not for a long period of time.
Heaven forbid we should see the sunlight. We might get used to it. Okay.
Well, I suppose is it much different from dwarves?
Yes.
Well, other than the whole, willing thing.
Makes a big difference.
Dwarves also have the ability to see down here, which is a bit different.
It's pretty
Alright.
cool.
Consider me educated.
Would it be worth checking before we move towards that invitingly open door to make sure that we're not leaving anything behind us in those sleeping quarters?
It's worth having a quick look to make sure nothing's going to come and eat us from behind.
Yeah.
I'd rather something didn't eat my ass.
Try knocking the door.
On this occasion, Sepsis. We can knock on the door. Sure, go ahead.
Go knock on the sleeping quarters door.
Hello.
Pooey!
Okay.
Not you.
Keep it for God's sake, lie down.
As you go in, you do see some small bedchambers. They're very, very simple. Bedrolls slightly raised off the floor by not even bales of hay, just kind of a smattering of hay.
Keep it. Lie down.
Everything is very dry. But again, from what you can see, there are a lot of tools in here. Did anyone roll a...
What do you want us to roll?
I can roll investigation. No, I can't. That's 5.
A 5.
I'll roll one as well.
Well, 3
since I'm
plus
behind you.
2.
22.
22.
I don't know how to roll anymore.
Okay. There is a tool rack. Kiba.
The dog's lost it.
The
There
dog's
is-
very playful tonight.
There is a wooden tool rack at the far end of this room here. And behind it is what looks like a locked chest.
Ooh.
I could probably do that. Hang on.
Can I poke it with a stick?
You wouldn't have any reason, would you?
Could be trapped.
Mm-hmm.
Poking it with a stick myself and trap without me getting hurt. Poke it with the end of my staff.
Sorry, the dog had run out of food. That's why he was still starving.
So you want to go to the chest and poke it with a stick to see if it's trapped.
I'm going to poke it with the end of my staff, yeah.
For the record, I can check for trapped. Oh dear.
This is me checking for traps.
Sure. I mean, sure.
Okay. You find a stick, maybe about 10 foot long.
Just use the end of my staff.
Okay. Cool.
Turns out and removes the end of said staff.
So you go.
I
I'm
go
using the
with.
bottom end, not the expensive end.
You're gonna go with?
Yeah.
Cedric comes with.
Of course.
Sepsis, Ace, what are you doing?
Yeah, we're fine.
The camera needs to come down a bit. Sorry. It does. You can only see the top of Charlie's head, and you can't see Greg at all at the moment.
Okay. I'll have to readjust it on the next one. Okay. So you're all in the room. You poke at the chest, and there is a dull.
Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, no, look, I was just doing a basic check, you know? If you want to go the more in-depth one now, then fine.
That chest was 100% a mimic until I said it was, and then Bro changed it, so I would be wrong.
Can I check for traps on the chest?
Hmm?
Can I check for traps properly on the
Yes.
chest?
Roll an investigation. Roll an investigation check.
23.
23. As far as you can tell, there is.
22. Sorry.
It's just a very simply locked with a padlock on the front of it.
Can I try and unlock it?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. 5. No, 5, 6, 7.
7.
6.
Okay. So
I just
you
stared really intently at it.
I've got sleight of hand. I've got proficiency with thieves' tools.
I miss being a rogue.
you both move forward and attempt to.
Can I roll it as already helping me rather than?
Did you check for traps around the
Too
chest?
late.
Because already rolled it.
No, I just check for traps within the chest.
Not that anything around it might be trapped.
The padlock looks rusted and old.
I reach out and try and snap it off.
Okay. Make a strength check.
Well, that's a little better. 11.
11. It bends in your hand, but it feels like it could break, but it doesn't.
Hey, Ace!
Yeah.
I rolled a 19 on a strength check.
Never mind.
It is, however, at this moment, Ace feels the hilt of their sword vibrate in their hand
As I go to you to snap the thing up.
and shouts, "We're in danger." So, you are not surprised
Whoop.
when
Well, Cedric can't be surprised anyway. He's a good boy.
absolutely nothing
Is that a feat?
In fact, you are not surprised apart from sepsis.
Why sepsis? Why
when
sepsis?
absolutely nothing happens with the
Chest.
chest.
Sepsis didn't think like a mimic. I thought it was a...
Sorry, Greg. Nothing happens with the chest. However,
I'm looking to see what he's digging out.
an assortment of
Grabblies?
after all of the dropped tools that were covered in grime and stone dust that you saw, an assortment of incredibly
Kobolds.
clean saws, pickaxes, and
Oh, it's a whole bunch of
hammers
mimics.
turn into, you guessed it, a group of tiny mimics.
This is fucking. This is abuse. This is bullying.
What are they
I snapped the padlock off that
They're
chest,
tiny.
right?
They're much smaller than any you've seen to scale drawn in the books that you read about them in. Everyone roll initiative.
I got the padlock off that box though, right?
This is what.
Initiative sucks balls.
Mine's
Having your
okay.
having your like initiative tracker
It's done so far as
in
doing
the
okay.
website has allowed you to do to us.
I'm very excited about it.
Is it not?
Yeah. I know. I mean, he won't go to A&E.
Hey.
He won't go to A&E when you tell him. He's grumpy when he has to clean the kitchen.
Even when multiple people tell you to go to A&E, still won't.
If someone tells you to go to A&E because they're concerned about it, just do it for their peace of mind, you know?
In the UK.
Yeah, if you're in the UK.
In the UK, don't do it in
It's a
America. It
really
costs you a lot of
expensive
money.
trip in America.
Wouldn't do it in America.
Go to the
Go to the doctor only if dying.
go to the emergency room in America if you need to, but not just to satisfy your
Friends.
friends and partners.
But do go should you require it.
Please, Christ. And then just live under the crushing debt for the rest of your life. You know, it would be like.
Particularly when you consider how much it costs to have a baby and stuff.
Okay.
NHS rocks, man.
Yeah, that shit's
So-
almost free.
That's political. You're being political. If you're being political, I'm out.
I'm being positive for the NHS in the UK. I don't think that's political. I think that's a universal. Something we should be universally grateful for.
While we still have it.
Yeah.
No, that I can't get into. That would be political. You see, fine line.
I think. Well, surely if there's a no. We'll
Nope.
save it for
Do
later.
you want to know our initiative?
I mean, I've forgotten mine. This is taking him so
And
long.
What's Ace's initiative?
Ace's initiative is 10.
Okay. Sepsis?
Sepsis' initiative is 20.
Nice.
I know, very
Dice.
interesting numbers.
8.
Oriana.
13.
All right.
Ace gets advantage, by the way.
It's 11.
Okay.
I was on the wrong character. I was on Ergberg, my one for Dice the Beholder Junior.
Okay.
That's,
So,
Oakberg is a very good name.
I love Erg. She's actually a lot of fun.
Sepsis.
She
You go
plays dumb
first.
and gets really offended when people assume she's stupid.
Banging.
How'd you kill mimics?
I go first.
Then
never-
they dissolve.
I've never fought a mimic before.
Off the top of my head, we don't know if mimics can sleep.
If you cast sleep, you'll put all of us to sleep.
It depends where I center it.
And it's the least amount of hit points first, anyway.
Hopefully, we've got more.
Hopefully.
You are uncertain. Well, roll me a nature check.
That's my theoretically my ability that I'm good at.
Have you deliberately not put any of them near Cedric? Because that's
21?
Really irritating.
21.
21.
21.
As far as you're aware, they are from your teachings.
Yeah.
You know they are probably immune to acid and cannot be knocked prone as they are amorphous and can just change
Reconfigure themselves.
what up is.
Yeah.
You cannot remember anything that would mean that the sleep would not work.
Alright, I'm gonna drop a sleep. See, 20-foot radius, so if I drop it here.
If you drop it there, you'll catch them all.
Well, if I drop it here, I would catch this one, this one, this one, and this one.
Drop it where?
Here.
Okay.
It would still hit all of us.
No,
You need to be at 5
I need
foot
to be a
further.
bit further out. So
Mhm.
there. So we're
Okay.
looking at these ones.
So you're going to drop it through the door and try and hit those 4, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, it looks like I could get these 5 if I.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is all moot because obviously it's only going to be 5d8s worth of hit points.
Okay.
Give you a D8.
I do need a d8, please. Thank you.
D8. Ooh.
Those are decent numbers. 5, 10, 16, 22, 30.
30 points.
Yeah, so
Okay.
obviously from least to most. If that affects any of them,
That would nearly affect me.
Okay.
it would get sepsis. Sepsis before asleep.
This mimic here
Yeah.
immediately just kind of settles into an amorphous blob on the floor. The one next to him, you can see the arcane energy kind of infuse in his body, and it just kind of, it slows its movement, but then quickly speeds back up again.
Yeah, shite.
You got one.
You surmise that you were almost close enough to get both of them.
I'll take one.
Okay. And you go.
It doesn't hit any of the others?
No. Yeah, that well, where am I? Yeah, I guess that ends my go. I don't want to move in such a way that I'm going to take an opportunity attack, do I? So.
Okay. The mimic that slowed slightly
Yeah.
and then started moving again. Moves up to you.
Gross.
Rude.
And is going to attempt to strike you.
With disadvantage.
Well, it's within 5 feet of Cedric, and
Okay.
knowing that sepsis is a bit squishy, and
Okay.
I would ask him to, Cedric will make it with imposed disadvantage.
Okay. It is going to.
Anyone's going to be squishy if he's sepsis. It's just deflect attack, so it is just disadvantage. So it imposes.
It is going to fling itself towards you
Mm-hmm.
and morph into a pickaxe as it does so.
Okay.
I need you to roll a. There we go. Oh, it's just a touch attack. I need you to roll a check to escape a grapple.
Grapple check, you say?
Mm-hmm.
A
In which
grapple.
case, I wouldn't have done.
Well, a grapple is
Deflect.
is an attack, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, okay.
It has to roll as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So
Maybe with
I guess it would
disadvantage.
be with disadvantage.
The attack's being attacked.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a 24 and a 20.
I rolled a natural 20. And I have a +3 to acrobatics, so I beat the lower number.
Nice. But you didn't. There was a disadvantage, so yeah. It glances off you, but you feel that it was incredibly sticky as it bounces off you.
I feel short.
It is then going
feel
to
short?
attempt to.
That's probably.
You see out of the side of the pickaxe a pseudopod just fling itself, kind of in
Not
a.
Not the one pseudopod.
Natural one. So this is. It is Oriana.
I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb
Mm-hmm.
on the one stood right next to me.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I can't. Can I accept your disadvantage?
Cast it on one further away. What difference does it make?
Yeah, true. I'll cast it on the one behind Sepsis, actually.
Okay. They're small enough now, lying on the floor that, and you're a lot taller than Cedric. Nothing is really standing in your way.
No.
So,
That might be.
That's probably.
16 hit.
A 16 does it. Roll for damage.
21?
21 to hit.
21 to hit, and we'll go with fire damage?
Yeah, roll for damage.
No, that was the damage.
That is the
Oh, that
damage.
is the damage.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
yes.
say that,
Sorry.
right.
Fine,
Obviously
lightning.
the energy flies from your hand, strikes and then arcs, as lightning does, striking this one and that one. That's the one you were aiming for?
Yeah, sure. Any of the ones that were behind
Um,
Santis.
Incinerating it. And it does then turn into its just burnt blob form on the floor.
I survived my wild magic surge as well.
Yeah, cool. Okay. And Ace.
Okay. Well, Ace will, I think, turn and swing on the one immediately behind Sepsis. Look, it sounds selfish, but
Okay.
actually, Ace is like a protector, so this makes sense in character.
Absolutely fine.
It just so happens that it also aligns with my interests. And, yeah, this will we'll go with the long sword of warning, I think.
Okay, go for it.
That one's not. It's not flanked, is it? No, it's
No.
of course not. Just one attack. I haven't used a martial character at this level for a while. Oh dear. How's an 11 do?
It hits, roll for damage.
Oh Jesus Christ.
They're going to roll a class of 10.
They're babies.
Cool.
Mhm.
Good to
Baby
know.
mimics.
D8. Oh, nice. 11.
11.
Mm-hmm.
11 points of damage. It is...
Is it dead?
No, as the long sword of warning strikes into it, it almost shears like the handle of the saw off. It is... Oh, what am I doing? It is gravely...
dead,
Sorry.
no.
It is gravely wounded. But
It's not that one. It's the one over.
that one.
Yeah.
It is gravely wounded, but it is not quite dead.
I fidget around and try to get comfortable again.
Yeah, you really are.
Yeah, sorry.
Your back's still hurting.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want a cushion or anything?
No, I'm just falling apart.
Oh wait, it's going to use a. I guess Ace is also going to use a bonus action because they have bonus action shove.
Okay.
So I'll attempt to shove them also.
Go for it. Oh, by the way, if you get a chance, watch the gameplay of Baldur's Gate 3 that was released in E3. Shove attacks look amazing. They've got 5th edition rules down to a T in a 3D game. It's amazing.
You are such a Baldur's Gate fanboy.
Yes, I know.
So
Oh.
Ace rolled a 17. I think you have to roll against it. I think this is like shoves work like grapples, don't they? So
It's a strength check.
yeah, it's athletics versus.
Yeah, that would fall, so no.
Okay, so it was shoved 5 feet away, I guess.
Cool.
Because
That
it's
one.
not gay.
Yeah, 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
Cool, okay. It is actually now that mimic's turn. Okay. So it's going to use its very minimal movement to move back in and make a strike against Ace as the one who damaged it.
Okay.
Not next to Cedric, so there is no advantage. It is going to attempt to, in its object form, jump at Ace.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a 20.
A 20 hits.
Yeah. Okay. And it is now with advantage
May I touch
going
the
to
back of the
attempt
slate,
to.
Go lie down. Yes, you are also one of my children.
Attempt to bite it.
It's a good thing my initiative was so bad.
That's going to be a
I killed one of them.
18.
18 is Ace's armor
How
class.
much damage?
Okay, so it hits.
Wait, was the first to grapple?
How much damage?
Was the first thing a grapple?
21
The
damage.
first was a
Okay,
strike.
You destroyed the thing.
Like it was a hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
That.
Keith, buddy, get down. Go lie down. Okay, yeah, sorry, because the first one was
I read the adhesive.
Right, okay.
Is now, and on the next turn you can break the grapple. I read
Sure.
it.
Okay, good.
And it's a hit, and it does.
Why don't you sit in the chair?
Yeah, that would be
Like,
like
need to move on.
Oh, we can move the bits because it looks really awkward when you're just leaning over.
It does
I think he's
it
comfortable.
looks fine on the
3 points of piercing damage
Right,
Yeah.
making me uncomfortable.
and
3 points of acid.
It's making me uncomfortable, not that. It doesn't make me uncomfortable, you're fine.
okay.
Is that better?
I'm just a weird human being, sorry. I just realised I don't have any D&D shirts.
I have
Other
zombies.
than the one I made.
Hello,
Zombies.
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 Okay. And
Leviathan.
Yeah.
God.
I got them at a convention last year.
Are they still going?
the
I need conventions. Sorry. We're here.
one closest to Sepsis,
They actually still sound in blue banana.
who hasn't gone, is going
Why are they all
to,
surrounding poor Sepsis?
in its object form,
Close as well.
attempt to strike you with its pseudopod.
Keep it
Okay.
down.
1 second.
What's this do?
Kind of amorphous kind of arm with a thing on the end of it. It's just
The octopus.
Disadvantage.
Or more like a squid.
because
Because Ace has protection, which so they can impose disadvantage
okay.
because of the protection fighting style.
Okay. That's going to be a 13.
Yes.
On
sepsis or?
Mm.
Oh no, it's head.
This is it.
I thought it was
Okay.
on Ace, which means
It's pretty hard to miss sepsis.
Okay.
Let's try really hard.
No, actually, it doesn't hit. Shield.
You're going to use your reaction to cast shield. Okay. Shield comes up, and you see as it's
That's a
about to
simple
strike
shield.
straight to and kind of wrap around Sepsis, grappling him.
Yeah.
You see this
Okay.
you see this like kind of arcane shield just kind of flare up, and it bounces the pseudopod back off. It is now Dice's go.
So Dice looks at this and goes, ew. Because they're
Right.
sticky. And Dice is going to turn and shoot this one.
There's the
Mhm.
bottom.
Yeah. I'm just trying to
Don't
take
take
my eye
it.
on you. I'm going to try and shoot this one, so I'm not in base contact with it.
With the
With,
crossbow?
with my massive crossbow. A heavy crossbow. 17?
17 hits.
Yay! I hit something! That doesn't always happen. 7 damage.
7 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Cedric is going to turn and attack, put himself between me and that one, and attack this one.
Cool.
Come on, Ced! Well, that was rubbish. Why do you hate me? 7 plus... It's 11.
11 hits. With a 10 armor class.
Oh, well, that's really rubbish. In which case that one does 5 force damage.
5 force damage.
Yeah. It was against 2 separate ones, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And that is the end of my turn.
Cool.
Yes, please.
You do notice that Cedric normally, when in battle, lunges forward, strikes, and withdraws.
Yeah.
Cedric is trying to release the mimic from its jaws,
It's like toffee.
and as it opens its mouth, you can see that the mimic is keeping Cedric's mouth. It's keeping Cedric's mouth closed. You can hear the grinding of gears as Cedric tries to pull its jaws apart.
Okay.
And it is.
That's offensive as fuck.
Hmm?
That's offensive as fuck.
The first mimic that you hit
Mm-hmm.
makes a strike against Cedric. Pseudopod.
Okay.
That's going to be a 15.
Against me, against Cedric.
Yeah.
That's his armor class.
Okay. So it hits, and it does.
When did you get your reactions back at the start of your turn?
Mhm.
Yeah. Cool.
It does 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and it wraps around Cedric, and Cedric is now grappled.
Okay.
Okay, the next one that you hit also makes an attack against Cedric.
My against Cedric, I shot it with a crossbow.
No, that's going to be an 11.
Doesn't hit.
So
Despite these grappled and staying perfectly
the
still.
pseudopod kind of bounces off that of its friend and misses and does not do damage to Cedric. It is now.
What is that for?
Lots of other mimics' turns. Okay, so.
Go on, I dare you to have one of them hit me.
It's currently a mess. I've pulled the load out.
I'm just nosing at the books.
That. So one of them turns and attempts to strike against Ace.
How much I love David Eddings.
15 against Ace? No. The other one
Fuck
attempts
out
to
of
strike against Ace with advantage because she's technically flanked.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. That's a 17 to hit.
Well,
Nope.
No way.
These
Ace the finest
two-
of us all.
Rush in
Certainly the most armoured.
and attempt to attack Oriana with no advantage. It's going to be a 19 and a 21.
yeah, they're both hit.
Okay.
Aww.
So the pseudopods come out
Little bastards.
and do 4, 5, 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are the subject of 2 grapples.
Aww.
Hellish rebuke.
Hellish rebuke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I've got to do this now. Oh, they've got to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oriana
Just
is offended.
One of them needs to do a dex save.
Okay. That's a 2. So
Yeah, that fails.
yeah.
Never piss off.
You'll be
Oriana.
surprised to hear that is less than Ariana's spell save DC.
But it might be.
You haven't even got your dice out.
I honestly didn't expect it to hit.
Yeah, I know, but like, you knew there was going to be a D&D session tonight, right?
No.
Oof.
Hmm.
That's all kinds of not good.
8.
8 points
8
of
damage.
damage.
8 points of damage. Does that at least stop one of them from grappling me?
No, it does not. However, it is burnt as it tries to hold on.
And Sepsis is having a minor panic attack as it sees a flare of fire in the corner.
Sepsis, yeah, this is like, I said one thing.
Right. Sepsis, did you take any damage?
New.
Ori, you took
9.
9. What's your max hit points?
28.
Why
Ace
do you-
took- Ace
Why are
took
you
nine.
asking these questions?
I don't like these
I
questions.
don't have to answer this.
Yes, you do. Or I could just look at your character sheet.
I'm on straight.
I don't have to tell you this shit.
Yeah.
Not to toot my own
Stop
horn.
going to Ace's character sheet, I'll tell you.
Not to toot my own horn, but these are some damn good Welsh.
They are
They're
some
really
damn
good Welsh
cakes.
cakes. Welsh cakes are like a little flat cake cooked on a griddle. They're good.
Ace has
Although these
taken
are cooked
6
in a frying
points of
pan
damage
because I couldn't be
and
bothered
has
to dig up my
35
griddle.
max hit points.
On like a bake stone.
Charlie was watching a video that in order to make these, and it was like the video was just of the most like archetypical like Welsh 9 that you've ever seen in your life. Just like
9 is the common Welsh term for grandma.
The northern Welsh term for grandma.
Yeah,
it
grandma.
is the Northern Welsh term for grandma. That's right. It was the most
She's a mamgie as
it
well.
was the
she's
most
so
archetypical Welsh mamgie that you've ever seen in your life.
Aww. She was talking about how hats she used to wear on St David's Day to go to the market as a kid.
Like mine now.
For the record, Mangi, until very recently I thought that was Mamgoo because I wasn't raised in Wales. It's spelled with a U.
Mamgie and Plasky.
She asked me, we were in a car, she asked me, it's like, what does mamgoo mean? Mamgoo?
It's Big Goose Mum.
No, but as I was kind of saying it,
Mamgoo.
I honestly thought, like, Pingu's mum or something? Like, what do you mean Mamgoo? What do you do? Because obviously, I've never heard this word before. And you know, Mamgoo, the Welsh thing, M-A-M-G-U. Mamgee. Grandmother.
I didn't have a Welsh grandmother, but I did have a Mamgee because my next door neighbours, their grandmother lived just by us, and everyone who knew them called her Mamgee. Like no one ever called her Mrs.
I had a
Meredith.
nanny and a grandma.
Mrs. Meredith.
Yeah.
Yeah, it throws die because my mum's my mum's surname now is Meredith because her grandparents were Meredith.
Check that. Meredith. Not
Meredith.
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 Thank you.
Fuck Dragon Age and then Meredith.
So, sepsis.
Yes.
Batty.
Okay.
Top of the road. Corrections back.
Now that we've had a little rant about Wales.
The rant was more about Meredith.
Sepsis gonna.
Snake.
Sepsis got a snake, snake got a sepsis.
No, I can't be bothered. Sepsis is going to
Snake.
turn to the one. Oh no, that's the one he's hit. Yeah, fine. Turn to the one he's hit and give him a little taste of the old poison spray.
Okay.
So I need you to roll a saving throw.
Everyone used to laugh
Constitution or
when you
dex?
said that one.
Constitution.
That's a 2.
That's less than 13. I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, in that case it doesn't save.
Roll for damage.
I rolled for damage and I rolled an 8.
Okay. You can't hear the cough, but you see it convulse as if it is kind of coughing, and then as part of its purple form, it just kind of sheds into this bowl of soup on the floor.
First time I've used poison spray, clearly the most on-brand spell that I have.
And there we go.
Purple soup.
So the sleeping mimic doesn't go, but the mimic then directly behind you.
That's the one I just killed.
Not the mimic directly behind you. The mimic who attempted to strike you first, or let's say the imp, is again going to strike you with a pseudopod.
Gross.
That is gross, by the way.
And it is going to be a. That's a 18.
I mean, you know that hits me.
Mm-hmm. It is going to do 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled. Ori, you're
Am I
up.
go? Oh god, I don't know. Okay.
I'm literally wearing a sack. Like, you don't have to ask whether things hit me.
If you roll a 3 and then assumes it hits you, you're going to feel super foolish.
I have an armor class of 11.
11? I'm a barbarian with an armor class of 12.
Gonna be a chromatic orb again. It hits.
Okay, against which one?
Eeny, meeny, miny. Anyone that's not in base contact with me.
Okay, there are quite a few. The 2 near Sepsis, the 2 near Ace, or the 2 near Cedric.
I'm gonna go for the one that's currently stuck in Cedric's mouth.
Okay, what's up in Cedric's mouth?
The little green one.
It's whatever 7 add 8 is.
Yeah, hits. Roll for damage.
No, that is the damage.
You gotta roll for hit first.
I did.
Oh yeah, you did. Sorry.
Jesus, what is wrong with you today?
7 plus 8.
No,
yeah.
I missed that as well.
Traditionally 15, I believe.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
And type of damage.
Let's go with electric again.
Okay. And again, it fries. And Cedric is no longer grappled as he coughs this blob out of his mouth with burnt flesh.
Spit it out! Spit it
Burnt
out!
fleshy mass.
Looks like this. Ha. Ha ha. You know, like a
Is that
cat when
Indigo?
they've got something stuck in their throat?
And you go. And Ace.
Ace is going to
Feel the power.
What power?
Illinois.
You'd let me down there.
Yeah. The power of Oop.
Oh, it's too late.
I wasn't even listening to what you were saying.
I said what power, and you did not say the power of voodoo.
I didn't hear you say what power.
It was very disappointing. I was very disappointed. Ace is going to do.
Go carve the tattoo off my thigh.
Yeah, you better have. Ace is going to do a longsword attack against the
Probably too
one.
expensive.
You know, that one on the other side of the one that's still in contact with sepsis.
Okay.
This one.
That one.
Yeah. Okay.
Remind me of the babe.
What babe?
The babe with the power.
That's going to hit as a 23.
23 hits. Roll for damage.
Will do. That's a 9 on the damage.
Okay.
And then, so the one there is that's not the one grappling Ace. The one that's was grappling Ace is the one that Sepsis poison sprayed, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Ace is also going to shield bash this one.
Okay.
So this will be athletics. That's a 16 athletics.
That's a 1.
It is shoved.
So that one is shoved again 5 feet away because they cannot be knocked prone.
Yeah.
Because we're not gay.
Okay. And okay.
The light is reflecting
Ooh,
in the
you got-
glasses as
you
well.
got a
It's
cheeky
quite
shoulder out.
psychotic and devilish.
How's
This
it up?
mimic
Mm.
here next to Sepsis is going to attempt a strike at Sepsis.
Disadvantage. Ace.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's going to be a 12.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I know. That does 7 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
I am sorry.
That sucks.
So is that killed one yet?
The pseudopod
Yeah.
wraps around you.
Yes, I have, and I put one to sleep as well.
Okay.
Dice.
Hello. Okay. I am going to attempt. Which one has Cedric Sepsis grappled? Is it the one that's a ghost or the one that's little and red?
That's a good question. I think it might be both.
Is it the ghost or the one that's little and red that has Sepsis grappled?
The ghost.
The ghost. A ghost.
Ghost.
I was thinking friends.
I'm never thinking friends.
Milk. A ghost. Think
No.
you'd find any French.
Paper. Snow.
A ghost.
He doesn't say milk because that's the right answer.
Paper, snow, ghost. That's it. Think you'd find any French that would work. I'm going to attempt to shoot the ghost. Probably going to hit it. 17.
Yeah.
17 hits. Roll
Just
damage.
realised I'm on Ergberg, but the hit was
Why
correct.
have you got Oberg open?
Because I keep both open all the time because I play both every
Not
weekend.
simultaneously.
16. Sorry.
16 damage.
No, it was 16 to hit.
Yeah, 16 hits.
It is 12 damage.
12 damage.
Yes.
Okay. And
I use my big boy crossbow.
cool. You see as the bolt hits the shovel that is currently attempting to grapple Sepsis. It hits it directly on the spade, and it starts to kind of split, and you can see the amorphous flesh underneath the visage of the spade, but it's still grappling Sepsis.
I just want to throw out there that you may have used the word amorphous too many times already.
All right, stop.
Cedric's going to attempt.
I read it. I can't get it out of my head.
Cedric is going to attempt to do a force empowered round on the littlest golem, which is super cute.
Okay.
Littlest golem.
The littlest golem. That's a book right there.
Yeah.
Littlest golem.
I was going to say, we could children's book.
That is going to be a
See, I always pronounce it
18
golem,
to
but a lot of
hit.
people say golem.
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 18.
18 hits.
No, golem is.
Well, that's why I always...
Well, let's try that again. Oh, that was much worse. 3.
3 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, it cannot prise its jaws from the thing, and because of that, it is now going to attempt to bite Cedric with advantage.
Seems like a brave choice, personally.
Okay, that is going to be a 22 to hit.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. And it's going to be... There we go.
It is fairly ridiculous to me that Cedric has less hit points than I do, but he's made it happen.
That's going to be 4 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
And 3 points of acid damage.
Okay. I don't think there's anything special about acid on
As you can
Cedric.
see the kind of, you hear the hiss and you can see the steam rising off his metal skin as you see some of it start to tarnish and blacken.
I go, my poor him!
Sepsis cheers.
Just that new character.
Sepsis goes, oh.
Yeah, kill the dog. What was that dice?
Okay.
That was Cedric.
Um,
He's starting to develop a dislike.
Going to rush forward. 2 of them are going to attempt, actually.
Ooh, you okay?
Boo!
Different foot is going to rush forward that way. And both of them then are going to attempt to strike at Ace with advantage. That's going to be a 19
Hit.
and a natural 20.
That one doesn't hit.
Okay,
I cancelled the natural. Oh, wrong character.
so on the 19, it does 3 points of bludgeoning damage. Ace is grappled.
Yeah.
And on the natural 20, it does.
They're very sticky.
Ooh, I rolled a 1. It does 2 plus. So there's 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and again, Ace is grappled.
Really?
Okay. Then the 2 attempting to attack Oriana are going to cannot get themselves in an advantageous position because Cedric's in the way. Just going to stay where they are. That's going to be a 20 and a natural 7.
Mm-hmm.
So
How's your armor class now?
it's going to be 3 bludgeoning damage from the 20. And that's going to be 7 bludgeoning damage from the critical. And you are also grappled by 2.
Yeah, just do your deck save.
Okay.
You're really burning those
Dex save is going to be a.
Attribute doesn't use a spell slot, remember?
right. You should have used 2 for chromatic roll.
Dex save is going to be a 12.
2 for second level, first levels.
Right.
What was the deck save, sorry?
12.
No.
Which is a fail.
Cool.
Just keep sure I've got enough, yeah. That's more like it. That is 16.
Okay. The one that latches onto you is immediately just as it tries to grapple you, it just flares in flame
Bye.
and just dies in a smoking mess on the floor.
Good.
Hey, did we talk about flames earlier?
No. Like I said, it's kind of my thing. I do it without thinking. It's just like you touch me, I burn you. It just happens.
You rolled your magic
that's
surges, right?
Sepsis, your go.
Yeah.
I didn't roll the second one. It's fine.
Sepsis is alright. Poison spray seemed to work last time.
Oh shoot. Do we need to roll wild magic surges for Hellish Rebuke? It doesn't
You
need a
don't
spell
roll.
slot.
No, it's a natural ability. It's not a spell you use.
Well, I don't know.
It
It's
is
listed,
a spell,
it's listed
actually.
as a second level spell.
Yeah, but it's not a sorcerer spell. It's a.
Oh, no,
it's a natural-
It's
it's
a
a natural,
conflict
yeah.
spell.
Fair
It's a racial attribute. It's not a class attribute. And it does specifically say while the magic surges every time you roll a sorcerer spell
Yeah.
more than one level
Okay.
1 or higher.
I'm gonna try poison spray on one of the ones that's got me grappled.
Cool.
So
Go
con
for
save.
Con save. That's going to be a 12.
12 doesn't make it. I'm afraid, dude.
Okay, go for it.
Bam. 7 damage.
7 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
You can again see it convulsing, like it's coughing, but it's still holding on to you.
Did I not hit the one I hit then? Hasn't it been hit by dice?
Oh, hang on, sorry, yes, the one that was already grappling you.
Yeah.
Oh, I apologise. Yeah, give me a
That's very
second.
polite, wasn't it? Oh, I do apologise.
Yes, actually, it does
I
start
forgive
to cough and splutter, and it perishes.
Slick.
Yay!
Actually, that one was grappling you.
Yeah,
It hasn't been hit.
No, that one
Oh,
was
dice,
the one.
dice shot at it.
No,
Yeah.
dice hit the ghost.
Yeah.
And it was grappling me, and I just hit the ghost. So
I apologise.
yeah,
Again.
that's alright.
This
This is what happens if you put too many little ones on the table.
It absolutely is. Aaron, you were.
That's the end of my go.
Barbara.
That's alright. Choke down that Welsh cake.
Mm-hmm.
Chew. You've got some in your beard as
Okay.
well.
You have definitely got
That's
some in your
for
beard. It lives there now. He saves it for later.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
Okay.
twits.
Nice. Good reference. Solid reference.
Thank you.
The imp is going to attempt to strike at
It's
you.
to a roll down book.
I know. I was confirming.
I thought you said what's that?
That was a draw down.
Oh.
Yeah.
It did sound like one. I think that might be in the Welsh cake as well.
That's a 9 and a 10 with advantage.
What, against who?
You.
No, neither hit.
And 9 and a hit.
Yay!
The
He does
super,
need to tell you.
super lashes wildly.
It is possible to miss sepsis, apparently.
And it is Ori.
To be fair, I normally put Cedric next to you to protect you, but he's being grappled.
Well, Ace is there. Though. Ace can impose disadvantage, but only once per round.
I'm going to take a step that way.
Mm-hmm.
Cedric's only once per round.
Just need to double check something. Make sure this isn't a cone. Nope, 30 feet long flare.
It's a line.
I had to do another fucking fire spell.
What do you think that? Because that was Scorcher. So I need
yeah.
a deck save from those two.
Mm-hmm.
Agonazers.
Agonazers.
Agonagers. Whatever's.
Agonazers.
Agonazers.
It's going to be a 7 and a 9.
Nope, they fail.
Oh dear.
Do you want me to roll damage for to them two separately, or they both take the same damage?
They both did.
They both take the same damage.
That's not that bad. You're at 10.
Okay. Okay. And
Have neither of those taken damage already?
No.
His t-shirt makes it look like I'm just a pair of boobs with a head.
There are worse things to be.
I was just thinking the same thing.
was that 10 damage?
I disagree.
Mm-hmm.
The one standing directly in front of you burns up horribly. The one standing next to Sepsis takes the full brunt of the flame, but is still grappling Sepsis.
In the words of Dragon Force, through the fire and the flames they carry on. It's a good song.
It's a good song. I've seen them live, they were actually quite good.
Nice.
It is. Sorry, I was eating butter. It is Ace's go.
Ace Kovac! Gonna hit him with a longsword.
Seems like a smart choice. Christ life. Can you try that again?
19.
Completely missed the dice.
19
right?
hits,
Hit
roll
all
the
of your
damage.
other dice.
Will. 6. This is on the one behind Sepsis, I should say.
Okay. 6 points of damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't do a wild mage magic surge.
You didn't.
It's fine, I rolled an 11. That's 2
That
ones.
one is going to react by attempting to again.
Is this a reaction or is it its turn?
Sorry, it's his turn. Unless
So-
you want Ace to do something.
Yeah. Ace is going to try and bash that one with their shield.
Okay.
Because it's grappling. Is that one grappling Sepsis?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's the red
Yeah,
one
whatever.
that I
So, it's a 9.
9.
Yeah, you got to roll against it.
10.
Okay, well that's embarrassing. Ace just goes to bash it with their shield, and it just like stops the shield in place. It's just like it's tiny, and it just like no.
Okay. And it's going to react by attempting to strike at Ace with advantage.
Cool.
Natural 1 and a 20.
Not
Not a natural 20, so it hits with a 20. And it's going to do 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
6 points of
6 points of bludgeoning damage to Ace, and Ace is grappled.
Gross.
You're gross. You're not really. I don't know why I do that.
I don't know, that can be gross.
Hi! Okay, I'm going to attempt to shoot this thing off my dog's face.
Try my drink.
Okay.
It's got a big handle.
Okay, that's going to be
Point the handle towards.
15, 19.
19?
I don't know why I
Hits.
counted it so carefully, I knew that was going to hit. Come on. What was it, 6 damage on that one.
6.
Little baby golem, yeah.
6 damage is exactly what you needed, and it perishes and falls like liquid from Cedric's breath.
Now perish.
Cedric goes. Again.
Blech.
Yeah.
I'm a lamb.
You gonna do anything?
Yeah. Cedric is then going to go. This one's dead, right?
No, it's asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't bother with that one.
Jinx.
1, 2.
You can't jinx the DM, I have to speak.
I don't understand where it is.
It's alright, I'll just count up
There.
punches, it's fine.
We'll call that advantage.
I would have thought so.
Yeah. And it's going to try and bite the one on Sepsis's ass.
And that's already taken damage as well.
Oh boy. 11?
Yeah.
11 hits.
Thank God for that. That was a really bad roll. Got a 7 and a 1.
Oof.
But Cedric is now going to do more damage than me. With a
At least you avoided the that one.
It's 6.
No. It is 8.
8. Cedric bites down so hard on the one that is grappling Sepsis that it spurts from the sides of its jaws and just kind of
It's a little singed as well.
splatters everywhere.
Like a Roundtree's gusher.
Yeah.
This episode of Chronicles of Nidum brought to you by Roundtree.
It is
No.
Not a sponsor.
We have no sponsors.
So you know, if anyone wants to.
I sponsor us.
Hi Roundtrees.
We will discuss
Oh, we
the
don't.
dashes
Well,
and
Shane's
ideas.
I love your fruit
subscriber,
pastels.
not sponsor.
Yeah.
No, Shane is basically our sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Other people also subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it the guys from Heavyweight Game?
No, yeah, we've got AD from Heavy Game.
Yeah.
We've got a
He
couple
did
of
it
others.
for a month, and there's a few others. But that was their
We
go.
love it and we appreciate it.
We do.
Thank you
We do.
everyone.
And thank you, husbands.
Greg. Jesus.
I'm going to throw things at you.
I'll let you.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm so upset by this.
Have you seen this little imp thing? It's really cute.
It
Actually.
looks
one-
like the angry thing from Inside Out.
Yeah, it's cool.
The one standing behind Ace is going to it's a natural 20. For
on Ace or on
Ace.
Sepsis?
on Ace.
Okay.
Hey,
For the
finally.
bite,
The natural 20 does hit.
and is going to do. So we're going to do 3 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
but is going to do 8 points of acid damage.
Excuse me?
I should have moved Cedric.
Ace
No,
is
I
looking a little bit rough.
Really?
Or he's not looking great.
Ace has taken 29 damage in
We'll
this
have a little
fight.
short
That's-
rest after this.
If Sepsis had taken the damage that Ace has taken, Sepsis would be dead.
The sets would be very flicky.
Win some, lose some.
No, just be they'd be at -1.
Okay. And
I breathed in funny.
sepsis.
Sepsis gonna poison spray the one behind them. Con save, please.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw.
Pow!
Con save. That's going to be a 7.
No, that doesn't save. 2 poison damage.
Okay. 2 poison damage to which one, sir?
The one on their back, my dude.
Okay.
It'd be weird to do it to anyone else.
Okay. And that ends your go.
Yeah.
Ori?
I'm going to come magical, the one that's asleep.
No.
Yeah.
But there's 2 still awake and attacking us.
Yeah, you've got it.
No, we haven't. Ace is about to be murdered.
Oh. I'll go for the one that's behind Ace then.
Having noticed how screwed up her friend is.
It's like 20 something it hits.
Yeah, it's
I'm not doing the math. Has the one behind Ace been hit at all yet?
no.
Okay, so it's going to get...
Actually, yes.
It has.
Sorry,
Okay.
it has.
I'll just take a level 1 instead of a level 2. That's 15 lightning damage.
15.
Yeah.
It fries it.
Don't touch my friend!
Roll the one most skill.
2.
Oh.
So close.
You feel the magic surge inside you, and it still just
Wrench a little bit. Like,
dissipates.
You feel the magic surge inside you and then you just sneeze.
yeah.
It was like, oh right. I see,
Okay.
right. That is not how you sneeze.
Bless you.
I don't know about a short rest. I'm going to need a long rest.
Can't.
Blam!
Okay.
And Ace will roll an
Ace
attack
pirouettes around the
With
last mimic
a
that's
long
that's
haul.
awake.
with advantage roll. That's going to do it. I don't need to tell you the numbers, they're high enough.
Okay.
And that is 11 damage.
11.
Mm-hmm.
11 is
Finishes
more than what you needed. And as the sword slices through again, it sends half spraying one way, half spraying another. And for all intents and purposes, the fight is over.
Performance is like.
Samson's trying to murder the one that's asleep.
Yes, Sepsis immediately walks over to the one that's asleep, places their hand against its body and Eldritch blasts into it.
Eldritch Blast.
Do I need to roll?
Just the damage.
No, because I'd say at this stage it's more like a touch attack.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
roll with advantage just to see whether it's a critical or not.
Oh, so close.
19.
It certainly
Yeah,
hits. So this is going to be.
No, it's a critical anyway because it's unconscious.
Oh yeah, I suppose it would be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave Cedric 9 hit
That's-
points back. Just,
18 damage.
18 damage.
No, sorry, I lied. 16 damage.
It is because of the force damage that sprouts from your hand. It is flattened into the floor, and it becomes a huge smear that just spreads out from underneath your hand in all directions. And you cast mending on Cedric.
I do.
Okay.
And get him back up to full.
Okay.
I don't cast it, he does it.
Just went
As an action. At the end of the combat.
It's like a little smear.
I would like to picture that I do have to sit there for 10 minutes, so picking bits of goo out of his teeth and going, who's a good boy?
Sepsis just invented the slime YouTube subgenre.
You are outfinished.
Can we take a short rest, please?
Yeah.
Oh, if everyone's got a health potion,
You are in a bedroom.
We have a health potion, but don't we want to save that for a slightly
could we
more?
take a long rest?
We just got here.
I think we might have found the problem that was making the humans run out.
Maybe.
I don't think this was it.
I think this was pretty minor. What time of day is it?
Miners.
I look at Oriental. Alright.
Our sepsis are a bit
I
of
am-
smoke.
I have cast a lot of spells.
Does that make your sense of humour more dad joke?
Makes you a little bit loopy.
You sounded like my dad. My dad makes those jokes.
I don't know what having a dad is like.
Splattered.
I mean,
Is he even splat?
That was sorry. I was just.
It was in character.
Yeah.
It was out of character, but it was in character.
It just made me sad for a minute. Yeah.
aw. I mean, I took it in character, that's fine. Okay, yeah, I'm going to search the remaining weapons on the floor, as I don't really need a rest. What time of day is it?
There are no weapons. There's still the chest that you.
Oh, yeah.
I go over and have a look at that.
Well, I'm stood right by it, so I'll Yeah, I'm gonna look at it.
It's a giant mimic, and now we're all dead.
Okay.
I've got some second
again,
levels left.
It's still locked.
No, we
rolled
rolled
off.
off.
Ace
You
walks
did
up.
manage to lock off.
Yeah, I rolled a
walks up
19
and
to
just
rip
like
it off.
kicks it.
You managed to lock off, and it does open. Inside are 3
Mimics.
what look like incredibly clean, very finely made hammers. Light hammers.
Give them here, I'll have a look at them.
Ace,
For
Ace,
throwing.
Ace immediately comes over to like hammers.
Give them here, I'll have a look
I
at them.
open, look at them, and go, this is hammers, I'm going to use for this.
I sit down on the floor and I do identify as a ritual on one of them, assuming that the 3 are the same. So I just do it for 11 minutes, not 33.
There is another room past this one, but
But we'll get there.
so
Yeah, I want to take a short rest, bitch.
It's only still
these
10
are incredibly finely made. They have a minor enchantment on them, but you have
Do they?
3 + 1 light hammers.
Plus 1 light hammers.
As you finish,
Is that
you
a
like.
martial weapon or a light? No, it's a light weapon.
As you finish, you like open your eyes, and Ace is just like right up in your face, like hammers.
They're plus 1 light hammers.
I
That's
like
what I'm
hammers.
throwing.
I like hammers.
Okay, here. Have some hammers. If you attuned, do you need to attune to them? No. Presumably not. You can have them
Ace
as a
starts
throwing
throwing
weapon.
them up in the air like the hammer throws from Mario. No.
Does one like come down and hit them on the face?
Roll a performance check. We'll see.
They're not really doing that.
Okay, I go through to the bed chambers while everyone's sitting around nursing their wounds, and I go and have a nose through there, see if there's any other chests, anything else interesting.
Okay.
Are there any other chests or anything else interesting?
You go into another one of the rooms, and it looks more like a supply closet, and there are maybe a couple of chests in there.
Okay, I attempt to. Can I check the traps on both of them first,
Roll
please?
me an investigation check.
Because I'm not. It's important. Investigation for the first one is 20. Investigation for the second one is going to be 21.
There are no traps that you can make of, and these chests are not
level
locked.
1 spell, so
The first one was 22. The second one was 23. They're not locked. I open both the chests.
It doesn't see anything.
Okay.
Annoying.
You open both the chests, and inside you find
Oh yeah.
3 potions of healing
Yeah, that's fine, I got it.
Nice!
and several ruby shards.
Ruby shards. Okay.
You're uncertain of how much they may be worth, but
Alright. I go back out to my friends and go, okay, maybe don't use them now, but for Oriana and Ace, here are 2 healing potions. You have one anyway, and I think I know about one of them.
yeah, you know
Yeah,
I had one.
that's fine.
So they were just
checking what I actually
know.
know.
Healing potions, yeah?
Just checking what I know, that I know what I think I know.
Yeah, you know that I have one because you were there when I bought it.
So I also take one of the standard healing potions to keep,
okay.
and
Cool. I managed to get some hit points back from resting, and I've used sorcery points
Are
to
we
get 2
doing?
spell slots
Are we
back.
doing it all right?
yeah.
If you want to.
Is anyone any good at identifying how much jewels are worth? I found these ruby shards.
None of you
No.
have any knowledge of how much it is worth.
I'm happy to keep hold of them for you.
You have been
It's okay.
soundly
I've
fleeced
got it.
by everyone in the city of town.
Actually, or you should, because if I get found with them, it'll raise questions. So.
Yeah, thank you. So how much? What was that? That was
Some ruby shards.
ruby shards. How many?
Hmm?
Some.
How many ruby shards? Just some.
Several ruby shards.
Potion of healing, there it is.
Welcome back, spell slots.
Welcome back. Potion of healing.
Welcome back, all of my hit points.
Welcome back, Dave. Wait,
Who's Dave?
I don't know.
Ace now,
nowadays.
Ace now has the
League of
hands
Judgment.
on their sheet.
Cool. Thank you.
Who's taking the healing potion?
I've
Me,
got one.
Ariana, basically all of us now have one.
Okay.
And we've added them.
I've added mine, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because I knew Sepsis already had a healing potion, so I gave one to me, Oriana, and Ace.
Okay.
Okay.
So you take your short
I
rest.
know that Sepsis has 2, but doesn't know. I still don't really need a short rest, so I continue to investigate and look around the place, see if I can find anything interesting. I'm going to do a really thorough look for like 45 minutes, poking around and being nosy.
There is very little left in these rooms unless you want to move on further.
Can I stick my head through the door and just see what I can see out there and see if there's anything interesting? But
Which
without
We could look into the bedroom.
the... I thought I'd been into the bedroom.
No,
You
we
have
knocked
to-
on the door, then we got attacked by the mimics.
No, we're in the bedroom area,
Oh, right.
You're in the bedroom area. Those are supply rooms that you searched.
which I've done, which is where the shards and the potions came
Right.
from.
So it's back this way.
So then it's this way, yeah? There's
Mhm.
nothing else this way.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll come down and stick my head out the door and just have a little nose.
Okay. So you're
Aces,
going to try and poke your head through the door.
Just so you guys are aware,
Selfie.
Ace is also using. Ace has had a short rest, but is also using 5 of the lay on hands pool to heal themselves up a bit. 'cause
Smart.
They're still super low.
Are they?
Well, not super low. They're at 29 out of 35 now.
I'm on 15 out of 28.
After your short rest.
Yeah.
Use all of your hit dice.
Yeah, I might do
Well,
actually.
you only recover half of them on a long rest.
I know, but
I know, but if we have a fairly chill rest of the day, then if you've only used half of them, then
Yeah.
you still have.
I mean, if push comes to shove, I can chug a potion in the middle of a fight. So
actually, if push comes to shove, I can heal you.
Are we? How are we doing? Bonus action potion or is it action?
Normally bonus action.
Have you
for
taken
yourself.
Have you taken your short rest?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm literally sticking my head out the door.
Okay.
I'm not moving the
At the
door.
end of your short rest,
Alright.
because you take about 45 minutes to search everywhere while everyone else is
Sorry,
short
I don't know
resting.
if you. Are we doing bonus action or action to drink a potion?
Oh, bonus action.
Weirdly girly hands on camera.
So at the
Brian or me?
Right.
so at the end
Well,
of
I've
your,
always got.
Well, we just let Bryce talk.
at the end of your short rest,
No.
as you try and poke your head through that door,
Yes.
The fuck!
The fuck just happened?
the door.
Dice, why
In
is it
fact-
always you?
Hang on.
While, in fact, no. While it's currently a door,
Cedric would be with me.
When is a door not a door?
when it's
When
a
it's a
jar.
mimic.
When it's a mimic.
When it's the
Is
mummy
this because
mimic.
I kept making that fucking joke? Is that my fault?
Yes. No, not at
I
all.
want to go change my top. It makes my boobs look too big.
After lunch. And then
What? That's not a
maybe
thing.
I'll put a bra back on then.
It's not a thing.
You look
Trying
great.
to
don't worry.
titillate our audience.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
we have a responsibility to be nice and wholesome to our sponsors, Roundtrees and Weatherspoons.
Look, I'm going to continue breasting boobly about the place, and you can just
Ow!
deal with it.
Fuck. I mean, fiddlesticks. Sorry, Weatherspoons and Roundtrees.
Oh my god.
So,
Yes.
the door attempts to grab at you.
The dice don't want to. Ah,
So that's going to be because it's a surprise, so it gets advantage, and that is going to be a.
It's
I mean, in
got
fairness,
to
you've moved me
be-
forward. I had Cedric right behind me.
Yeah, you're going to pop your head through the door.
Yeah, my head, not my whole body.
You're still popping your head into a mimic.
Yeah,
You're literally
It's
putting
gonna
your
put you
head
in a
through the lion's
headlock.
mouth.
I'd love to side with you here,
No, it's
Um,
fair.
but like,
So that's going to be
he's got me dead to
a
rights.
24.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits. Yeah.
Okay. And it is going to do. There we go.
Nothing good.
It's going to do 7 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Do I not get to like resist the grapple?
Can anyone?
No. I would like you to roll for initiative, please.
Can anyone hear like a rustling going on around that corner? Or
Do you scream out?
Oh, yeah.
Anything.
I go, ah!
I still
There's
don't hear
another
anything.
fucking mimic thing attached my head.
Come on.
This one.
Excuse me. Are we there?
This one.
How did we get there?
Well, she screamed. Then we're gonna come running.
Yeah, for roll
I think
initiative.
we have to roll initiative.
Yeah, you have to go back to where you were.
Yeah.
Amazingly,
Alright,
my
I'll try to
initiative
help.
is pretty good.
Mine's not, but it makes sense.
Ace and Sepsis are
Why
on
did
the
you roll
thing.
3?
Ace has advantage on initiative. So the shiny ones are Ace, and the like murky ones are Sepsis.
That sounds about right. Yes.
Yeah, I'm just like, if it looks like I'm, fiddling the numbers or anything, it's
Okay.
always like these two. If I've rolled like
Yeah,
a mix
okay.
of these.
We trust you, it's
Okay.
okay.
So, 25 to 20.
21.
Okay.
That never happens.
20 to 15.
Both of mine are 15.
Excellent. Okay.
If you have 2 lots of initiative for you, we're in trouble.
15 to 10. 10 to 5.
9.
Ori was real chilled out on her break over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really
Haven't
sorry,
I done
guys.
enough?
I didn't expect the door to be a mimic straight after.
I
the
can't
room
even
full of
cast
mimics.
Chromatic Orb on it because I'll
Did
get
you?
you in it.
Yes,
Uh,
he actively said the first time you saw the door that was slightly ajar, that door's a mimic.
Hang on a minute. Did you still expect it to be a mimic, though, after we faced the room full of mini mimics?
I
Would you
probably
have
wouldn't
any
have
mimics?
approached it without everyone else. Like,
But that's dice, opening chests and this and opening.
Or don't make me poke you in the eye with
don't
it.
think I don't see what you're doing here. Everything's a fucking mimic except the chests. I got you. I'm here. I know what the tropes are. It's very dark. You're likely to be eaten by a grue. No surprise. These are daytime grues.
Okay. Okay. So, dice, you go first.
Okay. I am going to get Cedric to attack the door,
Okay.
and simultaneously, if I
Dice
can,
regrets their
use-
actions as a bonus action.
yeah, use the distraction
You
to
just
try
regret.
and disengage from the grapple and run backwards.
Okay.
So I'd like to try and do it simultaneously because he has the same initiative as me. So
Okay.
I'm using him as a distraction.
Okay.
So Cedric's attack.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, doggo.
This mimic, by the way, is a lot
Harder.
fucking bigger than the
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, no
I
shit,
think
it's a
it's mum.
door. The last ones were swords.
I think this might be Mum.
He.
Would you like to play the game?
Ugh.
Sorry.
Wait, do
Oh,
mimics,
Dungeons and Dragons.
are mimics live bearers or do they lay eggs?
15.
15.
Really?
Yeah. Cedric.
Um,
I don't know what the armor class is on a giant
hits,
mimic.
roll for damage. It's
Oh,
12.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we're likely to hit it a lot. 5,
Thanks for the jinx there.
It's the same AC as a door.
7.
7. 7 points of damage.
Is it still a door at the
Damage.
moment?
So Cedric's going to come to here
So if
attack the door.
it transforms, does it take on new AC?
Potentially. It normally doesn't go into its... mimics don't tend to go into their just blob form unless they're dead.
Yeah, but that could transform into anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it could turn itself into a massive
Why are you
brick.
giving him ideas? Why would it turn itself into a brick? Anyway.
I meant to say rock, but my brain is broken.
Um,
And then I want to try
Roll.
simultaneously break the
When is a
grapple.
door not a door? When it's a brick.
Brick. So is that a strength check?
Athletics.
Athletics.
That would be a t-shirt.
15. I've got a -1.
You win. You break free.
Ah!
Essentially,
I win!
t-shirt.
Okay, I'm immediately going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
It is,
6.
however, going to make an attack of opportunity.
That's fine. As long as I'm out of reach of it, I don't give a shit.
That's going to be a 17.
That's it, yeah.
Yes.
Does Cedric not?
I was going to say,
propose
however,
disadvantage on
it
that?
has disadvantage. Cedric's going to use his reaction to put disadvantage on it.
Okay, that's going to be a 9.
No, it doesn't hit.
This is,
Hey.
Thank you,
so
Greg.
you are not automatically immediately.
Out of character. Love that dog.
Okay.
Really handy.
Next up, we have Ace.
And Sepsis.
That's
So-
all.
Ace and Sepsis.
They're on the same initiative.
According to this, it's automatically Ace higher, but who's
They have the same
Depends who
initiative score of the same decks.
Cool. It's up to you. Want to go first?
I'm guessing it's probably just in alphabetical order
Okay.
on there. Well, they act simultaneously, really, don't they? So,
Yeah.
I'll pop
To be fair,
Sepsis.
all initiatives act simultaneously, it's just what order they act.
Simultaneously means at the same
Within
time.
the same 6 seconds, so...
Yeah, but it's not like but they're on.
Debate for another
it's-
time.
I mean, is it? I think
This is
I'm
when
going
you
to
don't-
go
can't stand up with that.
with an Eldritch Blast.
I am
surprised.
surprised.
That's a natural
Ooh.
20.
Nice. Go for
Yes!
it. Roll for damage.
I will.
I'll
I'll
take
my
roll
fucking
2
door.
d10s for the damage.
I haven't brought any of my these dice for a while.
I am such an asshole.
20 damage.
I have shield. I could have shielded the first impact.
Yeah.
Shield's pretty great.
20 damage.
20 damage.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I've got that. Something like that.
It's a reaction.
Sepsis runs through the door and seeing
Oh,
his
the shield.
friend in peril,
There.
their friend in peril, does not care at all, and just flings an Eldritch Blast straight at the door. And
Just as dice disengages
a
themselves.
huge scorch mark sort of here in the middle of it. The door starts to sag.
I go, thank you,
It is-
Sepsis. I
it is
appreciate
looking
it so
good.
much.
Oh no, she doesn't come along, does it?
Thank you, Sepsis.
And then
Remember
Ace-
my 3 degrees of hurt, messed up, fucked up.
Dead.
Yeah,
6.
you did.
Ace has left their shield on the ground over
Don't you
there.
mean he died?
Where's he died? Now he
and-
did.
you did.
And has come running out with 2 light hammers.
Okay.
2 attacks, right? Because light, so.
Bonus action, yeah.
Okay, so I'll roll both of them at the same time. Bam! Those aren't very good. Oh dear. And I haven't refreshed, so I don't know what the. But it's a +1 light hammer, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You giving the dice another chance?
Yeah, I think it's been in there long enough.
I hope you've had time to think about what you did. You'd be a great one.
Light hammer +1. So
That
that
is
is.
to go to prison.
It's the naughty stuff.
I've got here what I have here in front of me is an 11 and also a 12.
The 12 hits, the 11 misses.
Okay, cool.
Oh, it's the first time.
I mean, I will
throw
take
weapons
it.
aside from the weapons.
They have
Weapons?
they have a javelin as well, so
Whoa.
they've thrown weapons before.
But they're very, you know,
A javelin.
the hammer aesthetic is important to Ace.
6 damage
6 damage.
with the hammer that hits.
Okay.
It feels good.
It's very aggressive.
Sorry.
And
I'm not
sepsis.
Charlie's quite aggressive.
Sepsis
though,
has
so-
had their go. Remember I did 20 damage with the Eldritch Blast?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm just looking at it. I was looking at the order again. I
Yeah.
apologize. Oriana.
You can do it, baby.
No, chromatic
Don't
orbit.
use all your spells.
I'm going chromatic orbit.
Jesus Christ.
Just use something else. Well, you can do what you want. It's your character, of course. I don't know why I'm saying this as Dice. Dice is very busy right now.
Hey, don't you have any cantrips?
None that work.
Okay. What?
They're all like prestidigitation and shit like that.
Which I also
Remember, next time you take a level of sorcery,
You can
change
swap
the
out
cast
spells.
Yeah, whenever that will be.
Not this session.
You know where I'm taking a level in next time.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I thought you were. We all thought you were having a dig without trying not giving us a
I
level
know.
when we got to Portal. Which you clearly should have. It was obviously a milestone in our journey.
Yeah, I'll
This
take
might
chromatic
be
orb.
not this side. This.
Chromatic orb?
Yeah.
When we eventually get out of here
Hits.
after
That's cool.
15
Cool.
episodes of Dungeon Crawling.
It's possible. I love a good dungeon crawler. I don't
Oh,
mind
yeah.
this at all.
Yeah, I'm
How
not mad
how
about
hurt
it.
is it?
It's looking. It's looking hurt.
You've
It's not
made-
messed up.
You've
It's
made
not
yourself a rod for your own back there, haven't you? With your,
Well, there's hurt, messed up, and fucked.
yeah.
And they're dead.
It's about to get a lot worse.
Okay.
Oh no. Those are
Those are big numbers. I need help with the math.
those are some of the higher numbers on those dice. That's 28.
What?
Yeah, that's 28 damage.
Cool.
How's it looking now?
The
She
door explodes into the next room.
She rolled 4 d8s. She rolled an 8, 2 7s, and a 6.
That's really good.
She doesn't know that there are numbers below 6 on those d8s.
The door explodes into the next room,
Why does it
and
matter?
as its pieces fall, it turns into just fleshy blobs.
Fleshy blobs.
Yeah.
What was the screaming about? What happened?
It's grabbed my head.
Haven't we spoken about fleshy blobs enough? With Charlie talking about her bra and me talking about her t-shirt.
Hey!
The fleshy blobs. Such a funny word for boobs.
I mean, fairness, they're both squishy and fleshy.
I always prefer the description heavy bags of sand. I'm a fan of 40-year-old version.
They're nothing like sand.
Have you seen 4-year-old virgins?
No.
Unfortunately.
Right,
that's
okay.
what it was.
I am pleased to say,
I'm
No.
not interested in repeating the
The
experience.
door? Another mimic? Alright. Trust nothing in this mine then.
as it turns out,
I think it might have a mimic infestation.
do you
Do we know? Do I know whether the mimics are like?
I would also like to check.
Whether they're
Also,
whether
I'd like to
that's
answer
like
the
a
question
mummy
from
mimic.
earlier.
Is there any way to
Yeah,
know?
I want to ask the question, are they live bearers or do they lay eggs?
Whoever wants to try and work it out, you can roll a nature check.
I'll roll a nature check
I want to
about
know a couple
whether or
of
not this could have been mummy.
12 on a nature check to know if mimics do infestations.
And I've got
12.
like,
What did it?
not much.
Ace would roll for it.
18.
18?
Based on no nature. 14.
14?
18 just on, well yeah, on mimics in general. But I also want to know if they breed, if they are live bearers or lay eggs. Like, are we going to come across nests?
Oriana, as one who very rarely paid attention in class, always kind of perked up and became a lot more always kind of perked up and became a lot more attentive when those classes became the
She's perfect.
mating practices of the species.
Yes.
Always the most interesting lessons. And you seem to remember a study in Undercommon.
I can't speak.
Yep. That was written by a Durgar who once had a conversation with an old mimic who had learned to speak Undercommon and asked this very question. And when a mimic gets large enough, parts of it split off and become younger.
asexually. It produces asexually. That's boring.
reproduces asexually.
It reminds me of Robin Williams.
So would that mean a
Broadway. Your fake tits are like Nazis. They don't sing, they don't dance, they just. They're very quirky.
Should we break?
On that note,
Because I think we've lost these two.
Quirky wall-eyed tits with fucking boring long nipples. As a
We'll see you
tiefling
in about
thing.
50 to join that.
on that note, yes, I
Does it ruin
believe
tiefling for anyone to know that they have 4-inch nipples?
we're gonna have a short break. We will hopefully return in about 15 minutes. Thank you, those who are watching. For doing so.
Sorry.
I apologise profusely. But yeah, on that note, we're going to be back in about 15 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Weatherspoons.
Thank you.
Hello, and welcome back.
Sorry. Did not
Hello, yes, and welcome back to the second half of episode 13.
Anal sex.
Guys, bad news actually. During the break, I had a phone call from Tim Martin, the owner of Weatherspoons, and he said they would only continue to sponsor us if I say on stream that Striker is just as good as Jägermeister, and I told him to fuck off. So we've had to end our partnership with Weatherspoons.
So it's over now.
Yeah.
The one that didn't exist in the first place is now over. Just to check, what's Striker?
It's
It's
the
the
weird British
British
alternative
equivalent of
to
Jaeger.
Jägermeister
Because they won't sell
won't
European
sell-
like alcohols and stuff.
Tim
like that.
Martin's a
Tasty.
rabid.
Didn't sell Jaeger.
No, not
No,
anymore.
no.
They don't sell anything from the EU. He's also desperately trying to convince us all that Californian wine is just as good as French. It's not.
Hang on, what about like Carlsberg and stuff?
They don't sell anything produced in the EU.
No.
Wow.
Fucking nothing.
Okay. Anyway, that probably was a conversation for before the stream came back.
You're
on.
right. I should have talked business off air.
You're too
Right.
busy taking a shit.
Absolutely was not the bit that I was doing for the stream.
You've just been attacked by a door.
Well,
Some
Big first
hammers.
time.
one of us has been attacked by a door.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Good.
I'm gonna go look up here.
Okay.
I say,
Watch
I'm
out for
fine.
mimics.
and stop to follow Oriana, and as I do, I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
I'm fine, she says.
My toes don't hurt. Do we have any cocodamol?
He didn't say they don't hurt. He said he didn't need to go to A&E, which was wrong.
No, I was wrong.
It was not. If
So
you'd gone to A&E, they would have told you it was dislocated.
Kicking the floor and then going, oh, that fixed it, is not.
I was fine.
6.
He's not in this campaign, Mel. I know you miss him.
So I'm really
I miss
confused.
him.
I forgot you were rolling. I was like, I usually chase at 6.
I was doing
That's the wrong campaign.
healing. Okay. I'm going to follow Oriana,
Can I
and
investigate this room?
I would
yeah.
also like to investigate this room.
As you walk into the room, this
This
is
is the time to
actually
shine.
the brightest lit room so far.
What's the green shit in the previous room?
Huh?
The crystal that they're mining.
Not in the sleeping quarters, surely. What's this green shit?
That's a light.
That was a 12 on investigation.
Also, bear in mind that I haven't drawn these maps. They are pre-drawn.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Obviously, Septic and Ace are following them.
Okay.
But
So
they're
what did you get?
12.
12.
I was just playing with dice.
You guys are up front, yeah.
That's really
You've
bad.
not Cedric on his arse, and Ace is facing backwards.
It
That went
doesn't
real
matter.
well. Investigation.
Mhm.
Oh, a 7 this time. It didn't go very well. I'm a bit distracted by doing Cure Wounds.
Off to the left,
Thank you.
you can both, all of you really can see quite a few damned tools. The tracks of
Don't trust them.
hurriedly moving humanoids.
I'm really starting to think that what they were running from was a mimic infestation.
Wait, which way were the tracks heading?
Off to the left.
The left.
To the left, to the
Can
left.
I?
And the
how
tracks are
close-
heading towards you
All the
from
mimics in a
them.
box.
How close are we to the down tools?
The down tools are about maybe 20 feet away.
I Eldritch Blast one of the tools.
Okay.
Smart. I like that.
Roll for attack.
Advantage because it's stationary, or do I get disadvantage because it's prone?
Is it a
Or is it
surprise
even
tool?
more?
It
Is
could
it
be
a surprise attack on this tool?
Is it a surprise
It's
tool?
prone. It's you just trying to just roll one dice.
17.
Yeah, it hits.
Cool.
Roll for damage on the tool.
I'm doing it.
What sort of tool is it?
5.
The hammer explodes. It's a hammer.
I don't think these ones are mimics.
But that one's not. But that's not to say.
In
none
front
it
of you, you can see
Pieces of
a
hammer.
corridor that leads to, and you can see a minecart, and the corridor leads down into darkness. Above that corridor is a sign in Elvish that says
I assume Ori reads it.
down to level 10.
Down to level 10.
Okay, let's go that way. But stealthily, maybe.
How stealthily
Ace.
going on
Is there a mine? As I say, we're going to ride the minecart.
Are we going to ride the minecart? That seems
Might
like
as
a
well ride
terrible
the
idea.
minecart.
Why don't we just walk down and be quieter about it?
The minecart will be faster.
As
I want to
you
ride the minecart.
as you walk towards the minecart, you can see
It's
then
a fucking
the
Eldritch
corners.
Blast the minecart.
Why?
Which one? Because as you get there, the corners then spread out, and you can see in front of you there are 3 minecarts and 3 tracks leading down into the darkness.
If these aren't mimics, I want to race.
Fine. But first we have
You
to
could
find
fit 2 of you per car.
out. I poke the 3 carts.
Okay.
Do any of them have any give they shouldn't? I knock on them.
From what you can see, the carts they're on iron rails. They're secured by wooden chocks in front of the wheels.
Is anyone else reading some attitude from him like he didn't just try to kill us with a door?
I know, it's like he's saying, he's over-described the
Oh my god,
minecarts and now...
are you stupid checking that the minecarts aren't mimics?
Each mine has a handbrake and a hook for a lantern, and as you turn behind you, you do see lit lanterns on the wall behind.
I go and collect a lantern and hang it in one of the minecarts. And I look at Oriana and go, okay, come on then.
I'll
Do
race
they-
you. I'm
do
going
they
to
appear that
kick the block out and jump into a minecart.
Do the tracks all appear to be like parallel, or can we see them diverge?
No. For as far as you can see down into darkness, they're all running in a straight line.
Okay, Ace and I will get in one.
I
Okay,
encourage
well, I
Cedric
got
to
into
jump
one.
in.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
I throw Cedric into one. And he jumps in.
Raise
I
it!
jump in and I kick out the chocks. We go.
Okay.
Roll for initiative.
So left, middle, right.
Mm-hmm.
Who went in the left one?
Cedric and no,
That's
what?
it, the middle one.
Cedric's not coming with me.
Celsius and
Sepsis and Ace.
Sure.
then Ori in the middle. I thought, and
Yeah.
then Dice and Cedric on the right hand side.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is
Which one
definitely-
of us got eaten by Mimic?
This is definitely a mistake.
It is 100% a mistake, but it could be quite a fun mistake.
And you all pull the chocks out at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Chocks
Take
away.
a hold of the handbrake.
I think canonically, Oriana was basically gone before
Yeah.
the rest
Yeah,
of us
yeah,
even
Oriana
got
definitely
my
did.
God.
Just
Oriana.
screamed ratio and went.
Oriana is about, let's say, 20 feet in front as you all.
You just hear it
like,
disappearing, the dogs
scramble
go, woo!
in.
I lean forward in the cart with Cedric's superior weight to try and push things on.
They do immediately start to pick up speed. They're at they're about a 45-degree angle going straight down. So as soon as you pull the chocks out, the speed starts to pick up quite quickly. Until, with I suppose as fast as these old wheels can turn, you are travelling at about 40 to 50 mile per hour straight down into the darkness. As you are travelling, the ground beneath Oriana's feet starts to soften slightly.
Yeah!
And 20 feet in front of you, as Ace shouts out, Oriana, watch out. You do see a pseudopod start to come over the side of the middle minecart and attempt to strike Oriana.
While still moving?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Oh boy.
It's fine.
Okay.
That's really
Roll
fun.
for initiative.
Roll for initiative against the minecart mimic.
By the way, just
Ooh.
saying.
Nat 20.
Just
That's
saying,
good.
these are quite. These tracks are quite well made. If you'd asked, you could have just walked down.
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, that wouldn't have been fun.
We're actually really enjoying ourselves right now. And Ariana's going to lose.
Okay. Give me.
Oh shit, we haven't been doing the thing with Hellish Rebuke about me being covered in flame.
Yeah, it's supposed to be wreathed. I'm not sure it's just Hellish Rebuke, isn't it? Any fire spell?
Any fire spell.
Yeah, that could have made a difference with all of those things grappling you.
I'm thinking it might start to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I don't mind that I got in this one, because I'm about to give it a serious case of heartburn.
That.
That was corny as fuck.
Yeah, but it should be a t-shirt.
No.
You're just mad that you didn't think of it.
Oh, come on.
A
Imagine
t-shirt, a picture of a mimic, a person standing inside it in a speech bubble. I hope I give you heartburn.
That was
No, a
19
tiefling surrounded by fire in a mimic where I'm going to give you
That was
heartburn.
1970s James Bond film level of cringe.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Please put that on a t-shirt with a little Black Dice the Beholder logo.
Look at me and slurp your squash.
Water. Why is that? It's completely clear. Why would it be
It
squash?
could be like the white
Apple
Beach
squash?
stuff you sometimes have.
Elderflower squash?
No, that's all got a yellow tint to it.
Okay.
Elderflower doesn't.
Is.
How do you know?
No,
Ace
what is
initiative.
Ace? It's just
Oh.
initiative.
14.
And sepsis.
What are you eating?
3.
Are you eating the toothbrush? Oh no, you're eating a piece of plastic.
Dice.
12 tea!
20. And Oriana.
20.
Nice.
That's a
Okay.
real number.
Sure.
It's a nat 20.
Is it?
On the dice that I put in prison.
Okay.
It redeemed itself.
And as you start to hurtle straight down the tracks, Oriana, it's your go.
So as it hit me, or
No.
coward?
Ace's warning gave you enough time to have a reaction before it could attack you, so it's your turn.
Hey, if you've got Misty Step, now would be a real good time to.
I've not got Misty Step.
Hey, if you've got Dimension Door, that would be a really good time.
What I have got is Chromatic Orb, and I can centre it on myself because I've got resistance to fire.
What? I don't want you to tell me the time.
Only resistance, you'll still take damage.
You could just shoot it at the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know because like
It's not an area of effect. It just hits the thing.
that's true. Yeah. It's only a 4-inch diameter. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna blast it with that. Yeah. That is 21 to hit.
21.
Yeah.
Okay. 21 hits. Roll for damage.
Yeah, some fucking hesitation for it then, mate.
I'm really in the wrong seat.
Why?
This is clearly Ace's seat.
Why?
Just is. Greg agreed. He nodded. He understands.
Very clearly ACC.
21.
No, actually,
fire
because you
damage.
were nearest to Bri before, and you're still nearest to Bri now.
That's what I prefer to.
It's 21 fire damage.
21.
And I'm going with fire because I'm now wreathed in fire.
Okay.
Question. Are you gonna, like, just be hurtling along a track at
That
50
isn't
miles
that one
an
on
hour?
my wild magic surge.
This is exactly the right time to have. Oh wow.
This is very much fireball centered on myself, please.
This is amazing. Okay. So you did 21 damage.
Yeah,
21 damage.
Okay.
Oh, you can,
doing that, isn't it?
Oh, which switch you want to put?
Yeah, you better do that. And you pass me
thank you.
Let me know what you want me to roll.
This is amazing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Roll
That's
a
on camera.
percentile,
Okay.
please.
2 or 20?
2.
2.
Okay.
What does it mean?
I need to get a 100-sided die.
You have one.
In fact, let me change the.
No, I like a full, just one.
Let me change the camera because
I prefer percentile die.
need the map at the moment because I don't have a map of 3 train tracks. Okay.
I might die now.
So, what did you roll?
2.
A 2.
A 2.
Can I just say, hurtling through the darkness at 50 miles an hour is exactly the right time to have a wild magic surge, and now Bri's going to tell us what happens.
Roll on this table at the start of each of your turns
Shit.
for the next minute,
Shit.
ignoring this result on subsequent rolls.
Shit on my ass.
Yes. So I'm just going to keep doing wild magic surges.
You're just going to keep rolling the percentile every turn at the
Basically.
start of each of your turns. Okay.
For 10 turns.
Yep.
Okay, it is
Jesus.
important at the moment then, right? It is important. You are currently on either side of this mic cart 20 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep, that matters.
So, Ace.
Oh, how hurt is my minecart looking?
Not at all.
It's scorched, was looking around.
Ace is going to throw a javelin.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Don't
obviously
pick
not
up.
going to throw one of their light hammers.
Okay.
They pick
Yes,
up
they
their
pick them back up. Like, let's just assume we always pick up our shit.
I wouldn't do that.
Sorry?
This might be the single most chaotic thing I've ever done.
That is 24 to hit with the javelin.
Okay.
I need to look
I'm
at
super excited. This is the best Welsh cake. ever.
24 hits, roll for damage.
Can I smite with a javelin though?
It's melee attack.
Yeah. That's why I said.
You're a
no.
melee attack.
8 damage.
8 damage. Okay.
And that I assume that javelin's just gone now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's sticking out the side of the cart at the moment.
Oh
Mm.
shit.
But it's not light, so I can't.
You can die.
I can't throw another one. So,
I can only cast Hellish Rebuke once per long rest.
Oh.
well, we'll have to bear that in mind for the
Mm.
future. That's enough hellish rebukes for you today.
Hey, you know, at least I admitted to it.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
It seemed very overpowered that you could just do that every time you got hit for a
Yeah.
It's fine. You play alone. These
Yeah.
are all new classes to everybody.
Well, yeah.
That's a racial ability.
Yeah. But last time I played a sorcerer, God, that was like 15 years ago.
That's the end of Ace's turn.
3.5.
That's all
It's
Ace
done.
has.
Okay. Dice.
Okay, we're 20 feet away. How fast are we moving? Like 50 miles an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cedric is not going to be much use in this fight.
Unless you can leap 20 feet.
He cannot.
Okay.
I am going to attempt to shoot with my heavy crossbow.
Okay.
Now that's going to be a 23.
And 23 to hit. Hits.
It'd be very weird if it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be quite upset personally. 5 damage.
5 damage.
Bit shit.
Okay. And
Hang on 1 second. I'm going to see if there's anything else I can do. I don't think there is.
spells, anything?
Not that doesn't require touch.
Okay.
So, no, I think that's it for now.
Can you enchant your weapon?
Not yet.
Okay.
You give me a level, I can enchant my fucking weapon.
Okay.
In addition, I'll be able to shoot it twice in
Okay.
the attack action.
So the mimic
Okay, a lot harder in one more level.
is going to make 3 attacks.
Against Oriana, who's reaching blade.
Mm-hmm.
It'll take 1d4 for it. Oh, when it hits me with a melee attack.
Okay. Ooh, okay. So that's a 17.
That hits.
No, sorry, no. It's a 15.
Hits.
Hits.
If it's above 10, it hits.
Is that your armor class?
Yes.
Yeah, somehow.
I am wearing a bra!
And a 9. Yeah.
Are you? You've addressed that since the break, have you?
No. No, Ariana is, I'm not.
So the 2 pseudopod hits. 1 hits, 1 misses. So it
Wow.
does.
Must have rolled real shit.
You've got to roll a d4 for 5 damage.
3.
It's dead.
You wish.
That was pretty cool.
Really glad I got that potion now.
Okay.
A cool, sexy DM would say that killed it, but
Okay. And it is going to do. Yes. No. Sorry, that was the wrong dice.
no. It
Good thing that was no. It was a good thing that was the wrong dice because that was a 6 and a d6. It's a 1 and a d8. It's a good thing it was the wrong dice. That's going to do 4 points of bludgeoning damage to you, but you are now grappled. And it takes.
I mean,
it
being
takes
grappled in this situation is really like
It gets advantage to hit on a grapple.
she's
so-
inside it anyway.
With the bite, which is now an advantage.
Did you take the d4 damage?
Mm-hmm. So the bite with the 3rd attack
Yeah.
is a 23. So again, another d4 damage.
Damn, Ori.
4.
How much damage has Ori taken?
Too much?
Okay.
Another potion.
Oh! Oh! 2 ones. So you're going to take, again, another 4 piercing damage and 1 acid damage.
You are low. What are you fucking doing?
It's okay. It'll be okay.
Sepsis.
Fine.
I mean, Eldritch Blast, obviously.
I'm in that thing!
So?
You attacked it. Ace
I can
attacked
make sure it
it.
doesn't
Dice
hit me.
attacked it.
It is, by the way, it's not like you're not rolling on tracks that are suspended above anything.
Mm.
You were basically rolling down
Yeah, I know.
a long slope of
I know.
earth into a cave. So you can, if you want to, attempt to throw yourself from the cart.
Mate, my acrobatics is +0.
12 to hit.
12 hits.
Sweet.
Doesn't seem like it should because it's a fast-moving magic.
But you're running
8.
just behind it.
Would you like me to
Following
impose
the
this?
same track.
No one would like that. 8 damage.
8 damage.
To be fair, if you were going to impose disadvantage, it would have made more sense on the javelin and the crossbow than on the
The arcane
the
missile.
arcane bolt of of magical force. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're an arcane bolt of magical force.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's how I think of myself. Actually, I think of myself more as a chaos bolt.
Yeah. I'm going to bonus action take my health potion.
Cool.
Smart.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty legit thing to do.
Is
right
it the
now.
beginning of Ori's turn that the wild magic?
Oh wait, yeah, you need
Yeah.
to roll your wild magic search first.
Before the.
No. You just roll a percentile
That's
first.
true,
okay.
yeah.
Just roll the percentage.
100?
That is 100.
Isn't that just death?
What the fuck happens on 100?
You have just regained all of your expended sorcery points. Did you expend any?
Hey! I did, I've spent all of them.
Cool. You just regained all of your expended sorcery points.
Pretty banging.
Right, so I get all of them back.
Which one is death?
What you want right now is a 91 or a 92.
I don't think that's a death one.
Thanks.
No, what you want right now is a 91 or 92 because if you die within the next minute, you immediately come back alive as if by the reincarnate spell.
Yeah.
As an aside, is there one that just does death on a wild magic table?
don't think
That you just die.
Yeah.
No, I don't think there is.
I feel like
I think
there
you're.
is.
I
Each
think you're
creature
thinking
within
about
30
the-
feet of you takes 1d10 necrotic damage, which would be all of you as well.
Yeah,
I
that
think
would be ideal.
Are you thinking about the deck of many things? That has one where you just die.
No, I'm sure there was something on the wild magic table, but I might be thinking of something else, to be fair.
I got 6 hit points back from that.
There are also a lot of like alternative wild magic tables because like some people feel, in my opinion, accurately that the wild magic table is not quite bonkers enough. But
Well, it could definitely be more bonkers.
Yeah.
With that, I'm going to spend all my sorcery points again.
Yep.
To get to. Oh no! Wait, now it's
An action to do the potion, though, remember, so it'd have to
No,
be
it's
Bonus
bonus
action.
action.
bonus action.
what does it take to trade?
Oh, it's one action. Yeah, it's an action. So never mind. I won't do that this time because I've still got first level spells to use.
That makes sense.
Can you do anything to those spells with your sorcery points? What are your meta magic feats?
Oh Jesus! You can spend 1 sorcery point allowed to 4 creatures to automatically succeed or a saving throw.
Careful spell. And you've got quickened as well, have you?
Quickened, yeah. When
You
you
can
cast
make
a
a
spell,
spell
you
into
cast casting one action. You can spend 2 sorcery points to change it to casting to 1 bonus. Oh, that's I can turn cantrips into
Yeah. No, you
No,
can turn a
it's
bonus
a
action
spell.
spell or an action
Yeah,
spell into
into
a
a
bonus
bonus
action.
action. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've already used
It's
my
only
bonus
really
action.
useful in combat if you have a damaging cantrip you can do.
Yeah.
She does.
She claims she doesn't.
I've
Yeah.
got acid splash.
You've got that filtered by.
And it's fine. I've still got plenty of first level. I'm going to use chromatic orb.
Orbit.
Isn't it with a disadvantage because you're within 5 feet of it? And it's a ranged spell attack.
I'm inside it.
You're inside of.
It'd be really hard to miss.
I don't understand the disadvantage rule.
No, I don't.
Because let's face it, right? In any walk of reality, if you walk up to someone with a gun, put it to their head and pull the trigger,
Yeah.
you're not at disadvantage to hit them.
No, I think it is fair with like if you are in combat with someone and you like have a crossbow and you aim the crossbow at them, it's much easier to dodge something from like straight up or, or to parry it out of the way or whatever.
Or if someone runs up behind you, you just go crossbow, and they're really close.
But
I get that.
not a fucking cart that you're inside
No.
of. That doesn't make any
It's
sense.
9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
Fire damage again, so I can keep my wreath.
Does that mean you still roll a wild magic?
Yes. Because you just cast a spell.
Yeah. Another 2. So I'm still rolling on that other one apparently.
Can't you now? All of your cantrips are bonus actions, right?
I've already used a bonus action to take my potion.
Ah, yes, you have. Okay, cool. Right. It is now Ace's go.
Yeah, I mean, Ace doesn't have much going on here.
It's not really Ace's thing.
Paladins can't do much with the range.
No, I take it a fucking mimic is not Fey, is it?
No, it's a monstrosity.
Yeah, okay. Javelin it is.
Cool.
It's cocked. Okay, it's not cocked. It's 18.
I've got a plan.
Bro, I can't tell me whether an 18 hits.
It hits.
I know it hits. I'm sort of waiting for a reaction from our dungeon master.
Ensnaring strike. It's not a melee.
I mean, that's gonna be that. If it ensnared this thing,
Just saying.
Oriana would go
Flying.
fucking flying. And I know, I've seen Charlie's hit points. So I'm not doing that.
I mean, they're back in the double digits now.
You are going 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's going to be a hell of a hit. I'd rather keep you intact.
Oh, fucking god. 4 damage with the javelin.
4 damage to the javelin.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 2 javelins down.
So that's dice.
So I don't know that Oriana's having issues with the wild magic.
Okay.
I wouldn't know that. So, I'm going to do 2 things.
No, you can just see me on fire inside, riding inside of a mimic and cackling away as I.
Ari's having a weird moment. First, I'm going to try and hit it with the crossbow.
Okay.
So that's going to be 18.
18 hits.
Yep. So that's going to be 9 damage.
9 damage, okay.
Yes. And then I'm going to hit Ariana with Sanctuary.
It's looking messed up.
Doesn't affect what I'm doing. I'm going to hit Ariana with Sanctuary. Unfortunately, it's not going to last very long. But
What does Sanctuary do?
it's within 30 feet, which you've said that Ariana is.
Yeah.
Charlie's
Any
used to things
creature.
that don't last very long.
Any creature who attacks the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. The spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects. If you make an attack, cast a spell that affects an enemy or deals damage to another creature, the spell ends. So you might lose it immediately, you might not. Presumably you would know what it
But
is.
if you do.
No,
No.
if you do.
It's the
Oh,
target.
okay.
I'm gonna hit it straight away.
No, but if it attacks another creature, she's only going to attack the one creature.
Any spell that attacks that affects an enemy or deals damage to another creature, aside from themselves.
Yeah, another creature as in not them.
Okay, cool, right.
But you are sanctuaried and it'll protect you from any attacks from the mimic. So to accomplish that, I take out a piece of paper and literally tear it and throw it into the air, and the pieces of paper swoosh through the air and land all over you and form like a glowing barrier around you.
In my fire.
They burn up immediately and then glittery.
So,
It's got to roll that saving throw first.
The wisdom saving throw is 14.
How wise is a mimic?
I'm guessing not very, which is kind of what I was banking on.
plus 1. No, I only roll 1. 13.
Hey.
Must either choose a new target or lose the attack.
Okay.
Is there a new target in range? Does it have a 20-foot range on those pseudopods?
Does
Really
not
far
have
now.
reach.
So it's gonna skip a go.
Basically.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's gonna have to skip
Let's
this
go.
turn.
You can make multiple attacks, you just have to roll a saving throw for each one, I think. That would be my interpretation.
4,
Fair?
3.
Fair. I saved your ass.
Good spell.
Okay.
I was sitting there, I was like, what can I do? What can I do?
Sepsis.
I do have something I can do.
I guess I'll like blast it in sort of like an eldritch kind of manner.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's gonna hit. That's 18.
I quite like the taste of that.
Fuck me. 5 damage.
5 damage.
Chipping away at him.
I really love this game.
Starting to look fucked up.
Good.
Chipping away.
What's even better is
Ariana.
Sanctuary's
Right,
bonus
so let's
action.
roll this wild magic. Is
Yeah, well, magic search.
that 5 or 50?
It's fine.
5.
There's the double digits of the tens and then the...
Right. 5.
5.
Yeah.
I'm so bubbly. Sorry, it's eating butter cakes.
I don't like it when you just start grinning.
What happens? What happens? What happens?
Yes, what happens?
I'm dead.
You
Have I vanished to another plane again?
That wouldn't be so bad. You do lose your sanctuary though as soon as any wild magic thing happens. Well, no, only if it
No,
injures.
that's not a spell.
Is it not a spell?
No,
If it
wild
hurts-
magic surge isn't a spell.
I don't consciously cast it.
If
so.
it hurts anything, it will then count. That would be my interpretation because makes an attack, casts a spell
I've
that
either
affects
killed
an enemy,
myself
or
or killed
deals
everyone
damage to
around
another
me
creature.
instead.
So we'll see what it does.
I mean, it would be Burrow's decision. Like, I think it's marginal either way. Like, I can imagine an argument in either direction.
But we'll see what it does. Dice. I love this. Thank you so much.
Oh, we're not on a map. Magic bursts from you and immediately kind of all comes back together in this ball of light inside the car with you. And suddenly the ball of light winks out, and in its space is a very small robot.
A robot?
Mm-hmm. It's a very small robot. Very much think but it's got legs, but it's got big fucking punching hands, and it just kind of looks at you, and the metal at the bottom of it kind of just smiles. It just kind of... and just immediately starts to pummel at the...
I think there would be an
Wouldn't affect
argument to say
Sanctuary.
it's not. Yeah,
That
it's
wouldn't
not her
affect
doing it.
Sanctuary. That wouldn't affect Sanctuary.
No. So,
Because it's not. They haven't made an attack, cast a spell that affected an enemy.
What if I
dealt
summoned a
damage
robot?
to
It's a robot.
it's going to roll an Arcana check.
Can I roll an Arcana check? Can
You
I
can't
see
see
this
it.
happening?
You can't see
No,
it.
it's down in the
Oh,
car.
I want to know what it
It's
is.
very small.
Wasn't that one on my Arcana check?
No!
In fairness, your life is falling apart right now. You have no idea what's going on.
That's a natural 20
Oh, I did not fucking crit on the
and a
Minecraft.
19. It's only got D4 damage.
2d4 damage. If
But I've
it
still
wasn't
got
that
attack as well.
So that is that's a that's an 8 on the crit, and another 4.
Does it not add anything to the damage?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's just
So
12
12
damage.
damage.
12
Robot.
12 damage in total.
From Wally.
Is looking.
It's my go to attack now.
It is looking massively fucked up.
Hit it with your staff.
Yeah, I might just do something small on it this time.
It is looking insanely fucked up. For all intents and purposes, if you want to make a melee attack, it is
A melee attack.
prone. It's underneath you. You have advantage.
Okay, I'm just gonna whack it with my staff.
I am attacking.
In fact, I might just slam the heel of my boot into it.
Yeah.
I heard boob.
It's not.
It's not gonna work, no.
It's not great.
No, it's gonna be a 7 to hit.
7 with advantage.
Yeah.
My life is falling apart.
This
I'm riding in a cart while
this
I'm trying to
this
kill
sexy beautiful woman just rolled a good 2 5s.
You are no longer.
Okay. Ace.
You're no longer warded because you made an attack.
Javelin!
Doesn't matter whether it hit or
I
not.
haven't used a bonus action. And I have sorcery points.
Go for it.
I mean, yeah, you could only use a no. Yeah, you could
Wait.
only.
She can make any.
Yeah,
One
because you haven't
action
used a
spell,
spell. You could
a bonus
do.
action.
You
You
could
haven't
do a
used a
first
spell.
level spell.
Or you could not bother and I'll just shoot it with a
I'm
crossbow.
guessing
in 2
charmed
minutes.
person wouldn't work.
It would not.
I'm shooting it with a crossbow in a minute. Don't waste your spell slot. But that's
She could use a
your problem.
cantrip.
Oh yeah, I could use a cantrip of it. I would use Ray of Frost on it.
Cool.
It is a damaging cantrip.
No. Well, I have a 6, 7, 8, 9.
No, this is.
It's not your moment, is it?
No.
The spell,
Look,
unfortunately.
I just
fizzles out
essentially
anyway.
magically gave birth to a robot, okay?
What the hell do you get to keep it for?
I think it's pronounced robot.
Anyway, somebody else would like to finish this thing off for
Is
me.
it a robot or a robot?
The javelin hits.
Yeah, okay.
No, it's like that's 10 damage.
How do you want to do this?
I want to throw a javelin. Like, how many ways are there to throw a javelin at a?
Straight into the wheels.
I want to try and like throw the javelin so it catches in the wheel and brings the cart to like a halt or slows it down a bit before
Okay.
it just dies and turns into a puddle of ooze and sends Oriana flying across the fucking room.
Okay. The javelin does fly forward, and it does strike just between like the brake lever and the wheel, not quite slowing it down like the brake would, or not quite stopping it like the brake might, but slowing it down enough that when it then eventually, the heat from it just it just takes the last of the mimic's energy away, and as the mimic starts to topple and break apart, you are thrown,
Yep.
not at 50 miles an hour at this point, because you've slowed down enough. I'm going to need you to make a
Acrobatics check, dexterity save. What?
dex save. Dexterity saving throw.
Hey, you're dexterous, right?
Nope.
Nope.
18.
18.
Nice.
Yeah. You are thrown from the cart, but manage to roll and flip, and you kind of like
With a badger and a robot.
you're suddenly on your feet, and you're looking down a cart, looking like down the shaft, and there's nothing there. And then you turn around and you see this like cart that's breaking apart and like slowly melting into ooze. And I'm assuming the two other carts are slowing down.
Ace has pulled the lever.
Ew.
Okay.
I assume that Dice has done the same thing. Now,
And there
Point
is
order.
there is a robot standing at your feet.
yeah, but point of order.
Do the wild
She's
magic
only rolled
searches.
2 of her 10 wild magic searches. Does she have to do the other 8 now?
Yes.
Roll them and then we'll do it. Does that make sense? Just roll them all off and then we'll...
Well, no, we can. Because we need to.
23?
23.
Or 30, or was it 32?
So as your friends,
Yeah, sorry, that's 32.
32.
oh
no.
This is amazing. Your skin, I suppose, turns an even more vibrant shade of blue.
She's
So I
green.
was green.
She's green.
I'm normally purple.
No,
I can't-
you have become blue again. But blue.
She's
Purple.
normally
You're normally
purple,
purple.
she's now
So you've
blue.
become blue. Your skin is now blue.
You're a Smurf. You
Oh,
blew
yeah,
yourself.
Okay.
Ariana,
Yeah.
what's your little robot friend?
I don't
Can I
know.
pick him up and have
I
a
don't
look
feel
at
so
him?
good right now, if I'm
What did
honest.
you just roll?
It was 11.
Yeah, 11.
I'm going to do an Arcana check on the robot. 20. I can do it with advantage if you like because of what I am.
I think you've already got a 20.
Roll again.
Well, it was 11.
11.
Oh, sorry.
And 20 on the robot. Which makes perfect sense for me.
Roll a d10.
Oh god.
10.
Cool.
Was that
You-
10
No,
or was
that's
that
1.
1?
That's 1.
That's 1.
that's a 1.
Mm.
You are 1 inch shorter.
Oh wow. Oh, I'm 5'9".
You've just shrunk by an inch.
You are you are 1 inch shorter. You are also a Smurf.
Ariana?
I was 6 foot. I don't really feel much different.
That means you're 5 foot.
I'm 5'11".
Ari, are you okay?
I don't know what's happening.
That was 4.
These, from what you can see, these are, you've heard about these, you've been taught about them, these are duodrones.
From the Doomsdale Doomsdrone?
No, they are blocky. They are a class of Modron. They are beings of absolute law. They normally adhere to a hive-like hierarchy that inhabit the plane of Mechanus and tend its eternally revolving gears. Their existence is a clockwork routine of perfect order.
How long do I think it'll stick around for with a 20 on the Arcana check? I feel like that would be pretty good.
It doesn't. The magic is wild and it is still surging. It doesn't feel like it's going to be around for very long.
I pick him up and go, "You are amazing, look at you." And I'm like tickling his little feet.
Meanwhile, I sneeze.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I sneeze.
70.
I pick him up and like hold him.
How many is that?
That's 5.
That's fine.
Meet
got
my
one
doggo.
Whoa.
No, it's 10.
It was for a minute.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Whoa.
I-
70.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You sneeze and blink. Everyone is gone.
Ari?
You're still there. Wait. You're still there.
Yeah.
Everyone is gone. Everyone is gone apart from Oriana. Everyone is gone apart from Oriana.
What?
Ace. Everyone is gone apart from Oriana.
Can I
The
still see
thing,
myself?
the thing that you feel in your hands, you can still feel it. You can't see it.
Can I see myself?
You can't see Cedric. You
If
can
I
see
turned
yourself, but you can't see anyone
If I
apart from
turned everyone
Oriana.
invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Ariana, what the fuck?
I don't know, I sneezed.
I like your little robot friend. I can hold it.
It's 43.
43.
Do you know what this is? I'll tell you about it later. But look
I
how
can't even see it right now.
I'm holding
Okay.
it. I promise.
You. And you're standing behind where everyone was. You're standing another 20 feet away.
I've got my nightcrawler.
The next minute, you can 20 feet as a bonus action each of your turns.
6.
25.
I've been waiting for something like this. I'm so happy.
I've been waiting for so long and I get to do 10 in a row.
Are you happy? They're a bit insane. I like them.
You sneeze again and blink, and and your vision is freaky. Everything stands out like a lot
Apart from my
more.
friends who are invisible.
It's like you can almost see in more 3D than you possibly could before. Your perspective is skewed. It's like you're looking at the front of a rock on the floor, but you're also then like kind of slightly looking over it.
I'm
And
high as balls, is what you're
And as
saying.
you blink again, you realise you're blinking 3 eyes and not 2, as an eye in the centre of your forehead blinks with the other 2.
Fucking hell, is that permanent?
You can't see me, we're
I
all
can see you.
invisible.
We can all
No, they
see
can all
you.
see you.
Oh, right.
You're the only one who's not invisible.
What is going on
Sexist?
with Oriana? I'm still here.
Number 8 is 59.
I'm still here too. Can you see this robot thing I'm holding?
No.
Okay. Ace?
You regain
What?
one of your lowest level expended spell slots.
Congratulations
You
on
just
your
regain a
first
level. You
spell
just
slot.
regain a level 1.
Well, no, if she hadn't used level 1,
Right.
would have given her 2.
80?
80.
Yeah.
So your blue have 3 eyes.
I'm an inch shorter. And all my friends are invisible.
Everybody's
And now, as Sepsis continues to ask the question, what is going on?
Just have me
You
sneezing.
look again at Oriana, who's the only person you can see, and Oriana is now surrounded by illusory butterflies and flower petals that just flutter in the air within 10 feet of her.
Ari, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't know.
She is an artsy samurai
You need
era
to stop!
Japanese film.
Ari, are you allergic to mimics?
No, I think I'm still 35. There's just a lot happening right now.
You need
Oriana
to
is
stop.
laughing through all of this, by the way. She thinks it's hilarious.
Roll a d10.
Oh
God.
no. 6.
6.
Yeah.
You are... Oh,
Oh, not the last one, I died.
no, okay. How old are you?
18.
You're 24.
What the fuck?
I am an adult.
I mean,
You are now 24.
at least the.
An inch shorter with 3 eyes and she's blue.
She's
I'm
actually-
24.
She's actually now again an inch taller. She's just aged 6 years.
At least
You
the.
continue to grow into
So-
the age of 25.
So you're back up
So
to.
she's
You're back up to
25.
6
Oh, no,
foot.
24.
You are blue. You are 24 years old,
And I've got a third eye.
and you have a third
And all my
eye,
friends are invisible.
and you're surrounded by
Last one.
butterflies.
Is there
No, that's
That was the
10.
last
Is the
one.
last one?
Yeah.
10.
And
I'd
I'm
love to
still
carry.
holding
I'd love to
invisible
keep this
level.
train rolling, but like.
Ari,
Hang on.
can I roll an Arcana check to see how long the invisibility might last? Having worked
Okay,
out
I think
Arcana
it's-
from
I think
looking
it's
at sepsis and not looking
Sepsis
at
is reaching out to where they remember Ace being lost. When, like, you know.
Still in the car, aren't you?
Yeah, we're in the car.
24.
So Sepsis is like groping for Ace's arm.
You find it. Ace hasn't really moved.
Okay.
I got a 12 on Arcana just to see how long all this is going to last.
24.
Ace,
As-
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of freaked out now.
As you are, like, all moving around,
It's an invisible badger.
the weight in your hands unfortunately fizzles and disappears.
The robot is gone! I wanted to look at him so badly!
And about
Send him invisible secrecy.
about 10 seconds later, you're all visible again.
Banging.
A few seconds after that, the butterflies and the leaves disappear and flower petals.
I hug Cedric.
A few seconds after that, the eye disappears,
Oh my god, I can see properly again.
and you eventually feel that all the magic, all the wild, weird
Wait, is
magic
she still
is
blue?
kind of winding
Is she still
down.
blue and
You
24?
are, however, still 6 foot tall, blue, and 24.
Am I permanently blue?
Yeah.
Shit, I'm going to repaint my mini.
roll an Arcana check again.
Can I also roll that on the light of Ariana's question?
16.
You've,
9 this
you've heard of this effect in wild magic before. It's effectively a curse.
Okay.
You could get it removed to go back to your original colour.
Oh my god, I spent so much money on that perfume for nothing.
Baby, you blew yourself.
But yeah,
I enjoyed that.
I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
you blew up.
I'm still not gonna lie. I know the first thought in Oriana's head is gonna be, I need to check if everything's blue.
Ori, everything's blue.
Everything.
So,
I'm blue.
who won the race?
What?
As you look back, Oriana's mimic cart, which is dying, is slightly in front of your two.
I win.
You won the race.
I win.
Oriana,
I need to sit down.
are you fucking high?
Not at the moment.
I wish. Actually, no, I don't. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get that high again.
What was all of that?
You know?
You lunatic.
Ori did say sometimes she loses control of her magic.
Apparently, I really lost it.
Did you just...
I've never seen it that bad.
I'm sorry I turned you invisible so you couldn't look at the robot.
I really wanted to look at the
I'm
robot.
sorry
I'm
about
not
that.
happy.
That was a bit of an uncontrolled dick move.
I forgive you.
I'm going to lie down in the cart.
Watch out, it might try and eat you. It's okay, the rocks
I
are
might
fairly
let it.
The rocks are a bit suspicious too, and I'm not so sure about the rails.
Oh.
What time of day is it, guys? Ori?
We're in the morning.
You put the clock.
Oh yeah, what time of day is it?
Now it's you got here. It's maybe about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Still early. Okay, look. Here, have this potion, and I give you my healing potion.
Are you sure you're not going to need that?
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty sure. Hey, did you like my new spell?
You gave me a dud potion.
Sorry.
Why are you rolling 2? It was just a regular healing potion.
It's 2d4s.
Oh, it was 1d4 plus 4. Isn't that regular healing?
I'm sure when I looked at it for my last one it was 2d4s.
Potion of healing is 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
Thanks for
that's
the
right.
4 HP.
Ace will dump you 10 hit points from there. Lay on
Oh,
hands.
that's not bad.
Yay. So that's 14 altogether.
Can I look
I'm
around?
almost at full health.
Where are we now?
How far off are you?
You're in a
Like
you're
2
in a
points, I
cave.
wouldn't worry about it.
In a cavern. It's still going down. It seems to wind off in the
Oh.
distance. You can't quite tell how much further you need to go.
Is it going down in a slowly around?
You've been travelling 50 miles an hour for about 5 minutes.
I don't think it was even that long. Shall we keep wandering how long?
Yeah, I think maybe I've had enough of carts for a little while.
You've got to admit it was quite fun before the cat started trying to eat Oriana.
Maybe I thought that's when it started getting fun.
I thought it was pretty fun.
It was
you
fun.
And, you and I define fun differently, I'm learning.
I've often felt this way. But you've got to admit, your life was less interesting before you met us. Did you know there was an old curse? May you live in interesting times. And then I just wander away.
Well, that really depends on the definition of interesting.
Nothing like a bit of chaos to break up the day.
Ori, you seem a lot happier now than you did earlier. Weirdly, it seems like it's
I
refreshed
feel
you.
like a lot of pent up just energy is yeah, that's what she's doing, is a lot of just pent up. And it's just been released.
So what you're saying is, and I sort of take Ori's hand and start wandering
Yeah.
along. What you're saying is, mild magic is a lot like orgasms.
Yeah, like a really good orgasm.
I really miss that robot. I'm going to try and draw him later so I can see.
you really missed orgasms.
Ace is
I
blushing.
haven't had one of those for a long
Yeah.
time.
Presumably.
I haven't had orgasms for a long time.
I'd offer, but I think I'd be hitting on a minor now. I could get it because you're in a mine and you're younger than me now.
Hang
I'm
on.
still 18.
Why do you look so old?
This is wild magic. Hey, at least I'm still, early 20s.
You are also blue.
I'm a little annoyed I spent so much money on the green paint.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of glad that the eye didn't stick around. That would
No, it made vision really weird. Like everything was extra 3D.
it would have been pretty noticeable.
You had an advantage on perception checks for like a minute.
Yeah.
It would have been pretty noticeable in town, I think.
Also, it
Yeah.
was
But
quite scary. I didn't
aww.
Can I have a look at it? Because I knew quite a lot of my Arcana check, so I'm just going to have a look. He is so cute. Look at his little feet.
But people are looking for a purple tiefling with 2 eyes. So it would have been a blue tiefling
They're
with
looking
3
for
eyes.
an 18-year-old purple tiefling.
And now I'm a 24-year-old blue tiefling.
Couldn't be the same person.
I wonder if I can sell the rest of that paint.
I mean, you know, it might come in, being green might come in handy at some point.
True. Do you want to be green?
I can already be green and I turn myself into a goblin.
I already know that you're actually green.
As an aside, do you know that little robot you made?
Yeah.
Did you know it's from a different plane?
That would explain the big ball of energy. I didn't really make it, it appeared. It
It's
sort
all
of
called a duodron.
teleported here.
Just,
It was very cute and it punched the ever-living life out of that mimic.
just out of
I've heard
interest,
that one.
sepsis is not green. Sepsis is like a sickly yellow.
Okay. But Oriana has seen
Yeah.
Sepsis' skin colour, yeah.
But sepsis now is green because sepsis just looks like a
Goblin.
It was a
goblin
goblin.
wearing overalls.
Cool.
Aww. That's cute.
Everyone who cares, you might, in the situation you find yourself in, roll a perception check.
I would like to do that, please.
19.
14.
Okay.
Not horrendous for me.
I didn't need that third eye, I rolled a 19.
You can see a
Not
light.
really reverberated.
Did.
You can all see a light off in the distance.
I see
Um,
Yeah, Aether rolled 9.
And it does seem like the tracks are leveling out slightly. However, you can also hear whispering
the fat is there.
from the right.
That's a point. I forgot I'm still cursed. I'm still seeing the
it's
creepy
terrifying.
shadows. Everything's terrifying.
Oh god, so watching Ariana go through all of that,
Yeah.
it's like a horror film.
Yeah, everything is wrong.
He
Everything
did
is
say
wrong.
that it doesn't affect sepsis quite as much because it was something you were used to. So.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm just kind of
Yeah,
used
but
to
watching
thinking
Oriana
everything's
suddenly
happening.
change colour, go shorter, then taller, then butterflies.
I mean, it was only, like, the shorter than taller thing was only an inch. I'm not sure we would have noticed from that distance.
I didn't notice. I've known Oriana.
Yeah.
I've known Oriana my whole life.
And off to the right, you do notice that there is a crack in the wall.
A kraken? I did not come down here to fight a kraken.
That seems to lead off into a further cave. The crack is just under, it's just a couple of feet wide, like you could squeeze in.
You said we could hear whispering coming from there?
Mm-hmm.
There's whispering coming from
Can
there.
anyone speak Draconic?
No.
Okay. No,
I
common.
can.
Yeah?
I speak common,
Yeah,
draconic,
also me.
elvish, gnomish, infernal, orc and undercommon.
Okay.
Can I
Um,
get a change check to try?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you want to try that in common?
All of that made sense.
He knows me real well.
Intelligence, straight intelligence check.
Yeah, and 12.
That was great fun.
Okay. You can't really make out the grunts and kind of hisses. Even for you two, this is a very broken kind of pigeon Draconic.
Draconic.
But it's
Slather on just nice and wet.
It puts the lotion on the skin.
Will return.
So I think we're done in the mine. Let's go back to
They sound like very small voices.
Nice.
Do we need to find out what it says? Nice and wet.
It says slather it on, make it nice and wet.
Seriously, did you hear a story about a serial killer?
Sticky curd.
Sticky good. I'm not sure I want to know what's going on in that.
Grey is the way.
Grey is the way.
Do we need to find
I
out?
desperately want to say clear.
Does anyone else think we should just maybe leave?
We won't get paid if we leave without just sort
We can't afford to not get paid sepsis. Maybe if we just keep going down towards the light, but then these things, whatever they are, may come out from behind.
And they may be what's been causing the trouble anyway.
Maybe. Should we go?
I could try talking to them.
No. I think if we were going to get closer to them, maybe we want to do that without them noticing we're here.
Well, how about you guys stay back? I'll try talking to them and like say I'm on my own.
I'm just thinking.
They might have probably already heard it, but we can hear them. They can probably hear us.
Hey, remember those elf guards in the sewers? And the rat folk had the like collapsing ceiling set up.
I don't think that's likely here.
I shout sticky good back to the
Right.
crack in Draconic.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I really love Oriana.
It's
So
silent.
She's got something in common with Cake, hasn't she?
So it's that chaotic nature.
It's
And
you.
then you hear a voice.
You bring more?
Well, what is sticky good? I get you more.
You bring more grey tar.
Great tar.
Grey tar. Or ash or tar to make grey tar.
Where would I find some?
Come into that.
Step into the.
You're going to go
crack.
into the cave.
Yeah, I'll go into the cave.
Okay.
Sepsis is going to step behind Ace and push Ace ahead of them.
Dice obviously follows Oriana straight through the crack.
You.
Loyal to the end.
It's quite a thin crack, and you are walking kind of,
Control yourself.
and it's difficult for you because obviously of your endurance
Yeah.
to get past all of the wall.
Just bang tighter, bang tighter.
She breasted boobily through the
Yes.
crack.
Yeah.
And titted
Um,
onwards.
Yeah.
But eventually you get into a large open cavern. It is the ceiling is so high you cannot see it. However, it is wet and humid. There is a horrible kind of acrid chemical smell. And as you look forward, you realise where it's coming from. You see 6 kobolds. None of them have weapons.
Are any of them wearing chef's hats?
They are all kind of wearing
chest hats.
they're all kind of wearing loincloths. They're all stinking. Some of them are covered head to toe in ash, so they look almost like white grey. Others are just like stickily trying to pull themselves off the floor. And you see 3 of them just like smearing, while one mixes heaps and heaps of ash into a bowl of tar and then passes it along, and you see 3 of them smearing grey tar, or greyer as it's normally black, over this like large kind of stone boulder in the middle of the room. I want everyone's roll of perception check.
Happy. I'm very confused.
Not 20.
Nat 20.
9.
Nothing good.
I'm going to whisper things. Because whispering's not that quiet.
No, yeah, I can totally hear it, I suppose.
Can you hear everything? I'm kind of disappointed because I couldn't.
And you're all in the
Yeah, it's why we had a conversation over top of that.
Maybe so.
Right. Okay.
And all the kobolds are kind of standing there, and
Are there any other entrances? Are there any other ways in?
I've
or
got to
out of
pee
this
so bad.
cavern we're in?
I was laughing so bad.
okay.
Oh, keep crossing my
Are there any other ways
The
in or out of
glass
the
spot
cavern
thing
we're in
is-
apart from the crack?
Yeah.
From what you can see, no.
Are you getting squashed? No, I can't. We can't see any other ways in there.
Who are you? Why have you come?
You really want Charlie for this?
I'm gonna ask the questions actually. What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing?
Why should we tell you?
And he kind of goes to his belt and realizes there's nothing there, and just kind of tries to look menacing.
I
I sit
like-
on the floor and try and look as non-menacing as possible with Cedric doing this.
I like my hand up in a sort of glowy green way, and then I like gesture to Ace and their muscles and their sword, and then I like
And their
point at Oriana and her staff, and I like point at Dice
Who is doing this?
and her crossbow, and I'm like,
The fuck did Charlie do?
you answer, I ask, or all of you die very quickly.
And they kind of whisper among themselves.
I'm happy to roll an intimidation check.
Yes.
I have no idea what's happening.
Do I get advantage based on the people
Yeah.
around me?
I'm
Because
not
I
really
rolled it.
intimidating at all.
Based on the situation you're in.
Everyone else is.
Yeah, everyone else is
naturally
intimidating. You look kind of mental just sitting there smiling at them.
I got.
In a lot of species, the baring of teeth is not a good thing.
No, I'm like this.
I got a 21.
A 21?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you trying to? Why are you trying to? You mean Cedric? You're not scripting sepsis.
I know. What did I miss?
He's intimidating them too.
Don't do that.
Very well.
There are 6 codes.
Don't do that.
No, we are conducting ritual to bring God back.
Okay, that sounds stupid and like it won't work because you all look very incompetent.
No, it is the work of generations.
Right. How many?
What's happening?
Many. We mix the grey tar and then put the grey tar on the restful station.
Right. That sounds stupid and like it won't work.
No, we put the grey tar on the restful station.
And he points at the like stone mound that's there.
Okay, can I see?
It's just covered in like grey tar at the moment, so you can't really make out much.
I don't see any like
You can't really
summoning.
make out much detail. There's no.
I don't see anything that I would recognise as ritual stuff.
There are no arcane symbols. There's nothing.
Okay.
Can I look really closely at the stat?
Have you gone up 2 dice and started whispering? To
Yes.
them? Okay, you can stage whisper and tell her
She did.
I did.
so that the people at home
Ah.
can hear it.
Yeah.
It's a fucking dragon. What is? The rock. The rock's a dragon. It's a fucking dragon.
Not yet, it isn't.
Look again. And as you look again, you realise that
You
the
don't
rock
hear us.
is connected to a
No,
much
right
thinner,
side.
a much thinner kind of line of rock that spreads into the wall and then flares up into the wall. And one part flares like a bat swing, and another part flares like another bat swing, but it is bigger than a house, bigger than the biggest building.
I have a
And
question.
then a tail wraps around, and you
No,
look
'cause I
behind
whispered
you,
it
you
to
realise
the dice,
you
so
realise
it's
that's
still
a
a
question.
question. Yeah.
I'm already talking to the couple.
Yeah.
How close to done do you think you are with your little project?
All we know is that grey tar at the restful station
Yeah, you
will
said that.
work.
Yeah. Are there others of you, or is it just you 6?
Well, once we perish, more will come with more grey tar
From in the mine or from elsewhere?
from far away.
Right. So it's only you 6 in this mine.
Sepsis.
Yes.
Take a really good look at that rock on the wall. Like, follow it all.
Can I see it?
Yeah, and so does Ace and everyone. And as you're looking, you do notice that the mound they are covering is probably, because it's covered at the moment in grey tar, but now that you know what you're looking for, you can see it in greater detail. And most of the cavern wall is made up of what looks to be either a very good carving or a petrified ancient dragon.
I'm gonna switch to Infernal and say to Oriana.
I understand that.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't think it's going to imminently come to life. And these 6 kobolds might know about what chased out the miners. So
I'm just saying,
Roll
pissing them off might be a bad idea.
I don't
anyone who
think
wants to.
if they could bring it to life right now,
Roll
I
an
think they already
intelligence
would
check.
have.
Intelligence.
20.
11. Normally my forte, not right now.
17.
Okay. Oriana and Sepsis, as
Yeah.
you're arguing, you can just it's just keeps going around in your head. Grey tar at the restful station, grey tar at the restful station, grey tar at the restful station, grey tar restoration. Greater restoration.
Right.
I think they're stupid and that this won't work.
It's possible if many generations of kobolds have been coming along. Chinese whispers have turned greater
Which
restoration
I'm pretty sure is not a PC thing to say.
into
I think
something
they're-
else.
I think they're stupid.
Why
and that
don't
this
we
won't
leave them
work.
to it then?
Hey, idiots!
Hang on, why don't we just leave them to it? They're not doing any harm to anyone and it won't work anyway, right? That's what
Hey,
you just said.
idiots! Do you know anything about what chased all the humans out of this place?
He's so friendly.
They're afraid of us.
No, currently it's a male goblin.
Yeah, but they're
Kobold.
afraid of us.
No.
No, I'm a goblin.
Seb says there's a male goblin
Okay.
currently, so I said he off the back of that. I know what I mean.
They do not come in here.
Who do? The humans?
No.
Are you just always in here?
Yes.
How did you get in here?
The acrid smell, as well as you're now noticing, is not from the tar. As
that shit
like,
corner?
your glance kind of goes over to what can only be described as a latrine.
I think.
They come here.
Switch back to infernal.
And one of them goes over to the wall and breaks off some like cave moss and starts chewing on it.
I think we could probably just leave.
Yeah,
I
maybe
think
just
that's a good call.
maybe warn the.
You don't think they can wake up the dragon? Please no, I'm missing half of this.
I sincerely do not think that they're going to.
So
wake up
in
that dragon.
Infernal to you, greater restoration.
That's great.
Greater
Greater
restful
resting
station.
Is that what they're getting from this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Okay,
They
let's just go.
aren't.
Let's
Just
just wait
maybe
for
we'll
time.
just let them know, the elves know that this is going on down here and to keep an eye
Yeah,
on
I
it. But I don't think
They
it's
don't.
harmful.
I don't think that the elves have any reason to care about
And I
these
think
idiots.
we should
I
just not
was-
tell them. They seem happy with their life slot.
Hey, maybe if one of us learns greater restoration, we can come back and make it up.
Ace is currently kind of like glancing at you all.
Doesn't understand a single word.
Doesn't
that's
understand a
been said.
single word and is also absolutely terrified.
Would we have any way of knowing what dragon it is?
Roll a nature check. Or an arcana check.
Yes!
Nature or arcana?
Arcana!
whichever one you want.
Arcana, please.
Because dragons
Or
are
both for me would be
intrinsic.
13, so.
Yeah, dragons
24!
are intrinsic to the magic of the world, so you can.
Arcana, 24.
24?
Yeah, although actually, to be fair, nature was 21, so
Um,
that doesn't maths.
dragons have not been seen in Albion in generations. However, they are well documented, and the differences between them are also incredibly well drawn. Some of the drawings that they actually had in Nidum were thousands of years old, and good students like yourself were given the privilege of seeing them sometimes. Others
Hey, look,
were,
I can tell you the breeding habits of a mimic, okay?
others were much more interested in the stories of the dragons used to turn themselves into people so they could have sex. But with that roll,
23, actually. I miscalculated slightly. Not that really matters at this point. I have bad maths. I realised that 17 plus 4 would equal 21, and therefore 17 plus
A dragon
6
that
could not
size.
possibly equal 24.
So it's still in Infernal, it's just a dragon that size, I wonder how old it is.
Yeah, it would be an ancient dragon.
Would it?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be petrified forever, and this doesn't matter.
I'm just
It just
throwing
like
it
to know
out
what's
there.
right.
Would it know what happened between the humans and the elves?
As an aside, looking at it, you know, this would be a...
you see, as you're looking at it now, you see that the rock above isn't just like a stalagmite. You see a series of them, and there seems to be a very thin layer of rock just attaching them all, and as it winds up and goes all the way down to the tail like a huge dorsal fang, you kind of look down, look around the floor, and you can see now jutting out from underneath the tar-covered smears is like another load of what looked originally like rock, but you can now tell is possibly like a kind of chin scales, almost like a beard.
Bless you.
And as you look, it's looking more and more like this could be a silver dragon.
Actually, That's not the crazy idea you might think it is. This is a silver dragon.
It's metallic.
Metallic dragon. Notoriously fairly friendly to.
And depending on who put it in this state in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean, was
Possibly
it?
the elves.
I'm keeping my hands lit up so that the kobolds stay
But-
concerned.
Knowing that it's here.
Guys, should we-
My elven dragon history is a little rusty, but weren't the elves a bit of D-bags to dragons?
Do you know what? We can't do anything with this information now, but it's damn good information to have for the future, and it could come in handy, right?
Sure, I think we should leave these tragic figures to their.
I actually agree with you.
I'm going to turn back to the Mindracon and go, well, you know, it looks like you're doing good work. Keep it up.
More
Lots of
great tar.
More grey tar.
More great tar at the restful
You're
station.
doing really well.
Where you go?
Away.
Find out what scared the humans.
No,
Keep them away
no,
from you.
go down into mine.
Why?
Why?
Danger?
What kind
What's
of danger?
Bad danger.
What's causing?
Especially to you. And you.
Me and Ace are like, what did he say? What did he
What's
say?
down there? What does it look like? Have you seen it?
This is danger.
Grey, pale, wrong.
Cool.
Undead? Just wrong.
Smells not living.
Right.
But moves.
Okie dokie. We're
Too
gonna-
many hands.
Oh, we've seen many hands.
Too many hands. Not eyes. Just hands.
No eyes. Too many hands, legs,
Big?
limbs.
Big?
Points at Oriana, and does this, and then points at Ace, and does this.
About as tall as her and about as
wide
wide
as
as they.
space.
Me and Ace like this.
But with too many arms.
How many? You can't count.
And it kind of
I go.
Thanks, Sepsis.
I
I
go.
think he's going to have an aneurysm.
Many.
That's what I
Guys,
thought.
one,
One,
two,
two,
down
a
there.
lot, many.
I say this in
We'll talk about
infernal.
it when we're not in here with these idiots.
Okay, come on.
Okay, well,
Yeah, we're gonna go.
maybe we can get rid of the big nasty thing down there.
Hey, maybe we'll find some more great tar.
Not one.
Oh,
Lots.
oh no.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Well, thanks for the advice then.
Also,
and he kind of looks at his friends, who are all kind of just like.
Tell
What
me
is
what's
it?
on your mind.
What is it?
careful of slow downward pointing rock with whips.
Slow downward pointing around with
Do I? Yeah, right, obviously, but do we know that?
Roll the nature check.
I can't. No one's told me anything.
No.
I would know.
He says slow downward pointing rock with
With
whips.
whips.
Do you know?
Okay, don't fuck me now. That's going to be 16.
16. You've cured of them. There was actually.
Sounds like a roper.
There was actually.
Roper.
There was actually.
A roper.
Ropa.
No, not a roper.
Where is
Roper.
where is the damn
previous campaign?
where is the whip rock?
So we just got a
No.
case that as Welsh.
That's a roper.
Eats all kinds of flesh, so hence the wrong things. They cannot climb well,
I see this.
so it hunts as they pass.
Eats all kinds of flesh, you say.
Mm.
So do you think maybe we could distract it by giving it some recently killed kobolds?
I shrug at the little kobold because I don't understand anything that's being said. I'm like,
And in common.
Kill me? No.
I'm not intending to kill you. I'm not going to kill you.
But you're the one smiling at it, so it's imploring you.
I'm going to kill you. Sepsis, are you threatening to kill the kobolds?
They were threatening.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, they were threatening.
No, you can't. Out!
Yeah,
And I start
let's
shooting.
just leave them to. You carry on. Thank you for the warning.
Good luck with your Grey Tar rest station.
Send more grey tar if can.
Yeah,
If we
okay.
find more grey tar, we'll definitely bring
Try.
it back to you.
Was that in common?
No.
Oh, well, that's no plus.
We'll send more if we can.
You are nice for surface people.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I get that a lot.
Sepsis, just move.
Um,
Just pushing Sepsis back into the crack. Just go.
I go.
careful of crystal. For
Yeah.
them.
Right.
Yeah, we know.
I go over to the kobolds as I'm leaving and I give them all a little stick of jerky and pat them and then go.
Now you've fed
They
them
just
anyway.
And one wraps a little cave moss around it. And just chucks it all in his mouth and just starts like slathering.
As I'm walking out, I go,
I can't believe you fed them. Now they're never going to leave us alone.
but they
I
were
think they're
so
a bit busy
cute.
grey tarring for restoration.
Anyway.
No, the Grey Tar for rest station.
Restful station.
Restful station.
I wasn't able to hear any of it.
Without, hey Oriana, do you want to explain to Dice what all of that chat was about?
There is
Okay.
apparently many beings down below with many arms and a
Oh.
tail as wide as Ace and as tall as me. That
Isn't
are
it
not
nice?
natural.
Isn't it nice that we have some experience of the undead hand things and we know roughly what they might be talking about?
No, they're not talking about the piles of hands. They're talking about something as tall as Oriana and as wide as
It
Ace.
sounds like it's similar
It
to me.
sounds
With too many arms. I don't think
okay,
it's
but
pile
the
of...
things in those boxes that form together just arms. Imagine if they formed all of the limbs
Hang on a
together
minute. Ace.
in each
I
box.
don't think it's just limbs. I think they were sort of
No,
implied.
he said. I didn't hear anything. I can't.
Well, you can tell me out of character what you think he said.
And he said there were lots of legs and lots of arms,
I
specifically
thought you
limbs.
just said there were lots of arms, but
No, there's lots of legs, lots of arms,
maybe.
no eyes.
Fair enough.
Ace, how good is your ability to sense not living things? Unliving things. You said you did it
Undead.
before. Undead, thank you, that is the word. Do you know sometimes the language barrier is hard? So many
good
languages we
question.
know, it gets
I'm getting
complicated.
used to the blue.
I really like the blue, it looks good on you. It does make you look a little corpse-ish in the wrong light.
As an action, you can
Just
check
like
with
wearing a
me
white
or
dress.
until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell, or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet. It's not long, so
60 feet.
Yeah, only about 60 feet out.
He's not-
While they're talking, I am investigating the crack to see if there's any way that I can collapse it.
I start walking away anyway
Yeah.
at this point.
Roll me an investigation check.
Sepsis, are you coming?
Yeah,
Okay, because we're going to leave you behind.
I was doing this while you guys were doing.
It was a very short conversation.
It wasn't that short. And this isn't that long of an investigation. I just want to know if I can collapse the thing.
So
Investigation.
yeah, many arms, many legs,
60.
and
60?
Yeah.
slightly pointing rock with whips.
A lot of the rock down
The
here
rope.
is very porous.
Roper.
The roper.
Okay.
It's not like solid granite or anything. It's very porous, sedimentary rock. It wouldn't take a great impact, the right part of the ceiling, to collapse this corridor.
Not the corridor, just the crack above that leads into the thing. Yeah, I'm going to have to blast it at the top.
As you leave the crack.
Yeah.
Sepsis, what are you doing?
It's 10.
It's a rock. You hit. Roll damage.
Sepsis!
That's 11 damage.
11 damage.
Yeah.
You see a section of rock blast off, and there is an echoing crack. and as the echo fades, you can hear a rumble. And then, before your eyes, in seconds, rocks begin to fall and the crack is filled in.
How deep was the crack?
How deep is your crack?
Is your
crack? How deep is your crack?
Do you really need to know?
Yes.
You maybe went about 30 feet.
30 feet.
You maybe went about 30 feet before you got into the large chamber.
Would I know if the whole thing had been collapsed or just the entrance?
Well, from what you can see.
Rescue the kobolds.
I'm going to rescue the kobolds.
They're stuck in it. They weren't going to leave that cave anyway.
That's
If
not the
anything,
point,
we've made them a
Sepsis.
bit safer. Why would you do
You
it?
hear a scream echo up the corridor
I
No.
walk up.
from the mine.
Oh, okay. I was about to slap Sepsis in the face, so you've
The
just said
sound,
Sepsis is slapping.
the sound you have made carried.
I go up to you and I shake your shoulders and I go, what the fuck were you thinking?
You've got these potential enemies behind you, Dice.
But you've
That's not
alerted
what
whatever
you
in
was
the
that
head.
us down there, you dipshit! Let's go.
It's not ideal, I admit.
Is it not? And now you've locked the kobolds in
Oh,
there. By the way,
if
the
you
silver
do
dragon.
something that's a
could
bit
have actually
stupid,
been
it's
useful
not
in the
ideal, but when we do something that's a little bit
I
stupid,
opened
it's
the
the end of the
thing,
sorting
for
out.
weeks. This is as we're walking down.
Are you yelling this because, like,
No,
This
we're
is
muttering this at
I
you.
want you to know this is just as noisy as what I do.
Us muttering at you is not as loud as you blasting us.
When I said were you yelling, you said yes.
No, we didn't.
No.
She did.
No, I didn't.
We were both
they're
muttering.
just. You know that angry whisper. Fucking kill you, I know.
As an aside, because Ace isn't here to speak for themselves, they are so fucking disappointed in you.
I'm sure they are. No, this was the right decision. You're not supposed to leave enemies behind you.
It was not the
They're
right
not
fucking
enemies.
decision. They weren't enemies. They seemed perfectly nice.
They're
And
trying to
now,
bring back a metallic dragon.
and metallic dragons are notoriously kind in the fables, and well, not kind, but certainly not evil and generally good.
Understanding.
Kobolds,
Imagine-
though, what do the stories say about kobolds?
They're evil
That they're
little
really
shits.
trustworthy and good?
They're evil little shits. They obviously don't know what they're trying to bring back.
The stories you have read state.
Natural 20 on an H check for a kobold.
The stories you have read state that kobolds effectively followed the alignment of the dragon that they worship.
Alright.
They are the servants of the larger draconic kin, and they tend to have the same alignment as
So
the
they were
one
perfectly
that
good.
they
So you've just
would
trapped good kobolds in a cave for no reason and alerted enemies to our presence.
I didn't know they were good. Besides,
You didn't ask. As usual, you did your own thing. I'm very angry with you right now.
Are you stealthily making your way into the...
This is a lot of harsh whispering.
Okay.
I make Cedric walk real close behind Sepsis for the rest of this journey down into the cave. And yes, now we're stealthing. Or I'm stealthing.
Roll for stealth.
you need to get this dog off my ass.
No. You need to go back and save those fucking kobolds.
I'm taking disadvantage on stealth because I'm freaked out by the dog.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine.
That's fine. 19 on my
18.
stealth.
Ace. Yes, this is
I'm
about
rolling
to-
it. Ace did a lot better than Sepsis.
Cedric got 5.
Never mind.
I got 19.
Ace got 10 and Sepsis got a 5.
You rolled the same as the dog.
That's fine, the dog's busy too. The dog's busy harassing Sepsis. Those poor baby kobolds. I have such a soft spot for kobolds
I
after
love
that.
kobolds.
After the
The ones in the
shat.
kitchen, yeah.
I never got over that.
I don't want to do that.
I know you
That's a
didn't.
Sepsis move.
As long as you know I'm angry at Sepsis. Not
Sorry,
at
so what did Ace roll? Sorry.
10,
What did Sepsis roll?
5.
Okay.
Cedric is clanking along behind Sepsis.
Sepsis is going to basically take disadvantage on every single roll that they make as long as that dog's this close.
Roll an insight check.
Really? Because I'm feeling quite good about this right now. 12.
You can tell Sepsis is freaked out by the presence of Cedric.
Good.
And as such is stumbling and is creating a lot of noise that is carrying through the
Cedric, back off. Let it be. Let it be.
Okay. As you make your way further down into the corridor, or into the cavern, you realise the light below is not coming from torches. And as your eyes, even yours, adjust to the almost pitch darkness down here, you realise that the soft glow that is not casting any kind of cone of light from it, but the soft glow is from hundreds and thousands of crystals just growing straight out of the wall.
Don't touch them.
It seems that you have, like the level above, there were maybe a couple of crystals that you saw dotted about the place as they'd already been taken, and maybe tiny crystals just like left on the floor. Some of them are as small coming out the wall as a gold coin. Some of them are larger than you are, growing out.
Right. Larger than Ori is, or larger than Sepsis is? Because
off to the distance, you do see you are now on a level where down to the left there is a long drop off into the darkness. You have no idea how far down it goes. The cavern above, the ceiling is about 50 feet above you. But there is down below a giant crystal as large as the tower you saw in Tau, sticking out of the wall of the ravine and jutting into the opposite wall, 200 feet across.
Sorry, that was a genuine question, but you answered it.
There are a few crystals. There is one corridor leading further on into the mine that you can see the mine carts.
I thought the crystals, it was only an issue if you tried to steal them. Otherwise the people would never be able to mine them, the humans.
I just think it's best not to touch it in the
I
first
don't
place.
want to, but I think it wouldn't be... Otherwise the humans could never mine the crystals.
No, it's if you take them outside of the city's, that cloud thing.
Yeah, I like that.
That giant one. That's enormous.
It's about 100 feet down away from you as well, straight down a sheer cliff face.
It's
Sticking out the
still-
side a bit. straight
Why are
across.
you planning on trying to pocket it? Because I don't think it'd fit.
No, I'm thinking that maybe the existence of one that sort of size might account for some corrupting influence.
Depends
Yeah,
what the
that makes
crystal
sense.
does. I don't know anything about this type of crystal, do I? I've never rolled an Arcana check for this. Ori has, but I haven't. Can I?
Yeah.
So what, you
Okay.
think that body
17?
parts are getting dumped down here and it's having an
Never
effect
seen
on
a
them?
crystal like this before.
It's weird.
I don't know.
Could the crystal be was causing...
I think
Because if they're trying to transport the stuff out in and out on the land train and keeping it in those boxes, if those boxes are disturbed, then this is the corruption that happens.
why were there boxes of hands being transported to Porth Tar? That's the bit that doesn't make any sense. Is someone deliberately putting things? We need to see what the monsters are
Unless they're
before we
trying to
can
build
work.
some sort of gross army.
Why?
I don't know, they were talking about a war effort with the Inquisitor.
Were they? I wasn't there, was I?
They were.
Well, oh shit, yeah, I overheard it.
I was in the reception, I assume.
Yeah, I overheard the Overseer and the Inquisitor. I just, at the end of the conversation, something about a war effort.
Can I see any sign of anything moving?
Roll a perception check. Those who want to.
14.
14.
You can hear.
Oh, 20 for Ace. But I guess it's... I don't know how dark it is.
You can hear. You think you two can just make out the shuffling of kind of footsteps. Ace, however, she can feel the sword. They can feel the sword hilt vibrating again in their hand, and can hear footfalls, and they are rushing towards you up the corridor.
Danger, we're in danger.
There is
That was Sepsis'
rock-
voice.
there is a
I
rocky out,
tried to transition out of it towards the end of it.
there are rocky outcroppings for
What if
you
they're
to
trying
hide
to-
behind if you want to.
What if they're trying to throw the body parts down to feed the roper?
I don't know.
And it's already been corrupted.
Should we hide? 'Cause
Yeah, we run. Yeah, jump.
Yeah. Hide. I attempt to hide, and so does Cedric.
You are being still, you're not walking, you're hiding behind a large rocky outcropping.
No crystals.
Okay. Roll a stealth check with advantage. So straight roll for Ace.
Okay. For me, that's 17.
God damn it, Ace.
With advantage then for Cedric, that's 19. Better.
11.
11 for Orion.
Yeah.
I never rolled.
What was Ace's, my love?
20 for sepsis.
Nice.
3 for Ace.
Oh god. With advantage?
No,
Oh, straight
straight
roll.
roll.
Oh, bless them. Okay. Oh, those poor kobolds.
I don't think we should try and fight all of this. Please try the roll on that one. It's a nat 20.
Is it the kobolds that I'm sad about?
It's a 2.
Oh.
As you are hiding and peeking around behind the rocks, you do see, rushing out of the cave mouth, and it just stops and it breathes heavily, and you can see some horrible, strange bastardization of man or beast. It is a pale, emaciated abomination, and it crawls forward on 4 elongated, dissimilar limbs affixed to like an inverted torso. But the limbs at the front are legs, but they're turned around, so the knees are backwards facing, but then you can see where the wrist would be on a humanoid, the foot instead has been twisted, and even cracking and twisted is now splayed at the front. It's got no eyes, it's got a completely smooth skin, but a huge hanging jaw full of sharp, it's like its entire jaw, very familiar teeth. It's the canine teeth of a human being, but out of its side, like as you look back, you can see that its hind legs are actually arms, but as from the elbow it splits, and then there are 2 forearms with a huge hooked clawed hands kind of holding onto the ground at the back, and it just sniffs and listens. And this is what you see at the mouth of the cave.
Oh, it looks like something out of Stranger Things.
I was thinking of Resident Evil.
Flesh Reaver.
Mm.
That's icky, Richard.
She's right, that is icky.
And as it sniffs and listens, it cocks its head behind it, and you can hear it crunch. And as it turns its torso, you can see more and more kind of coiled arms with their clawed hands sticking out of its rib cage and out of its back, and it speeds back off into the cave.
Does it look like it would be akin to the hands we faced? Can I roll a nature check or an intelligence check or something?
Did it come within 60 feet of us?
I don't want a perception check.
So
No,
when
I
it came
don't.
within 60 feet of us, I think
Ace
Ace would have used their divine sense.
Does it have to be perception? Can't it be like nature investigation? Because I'm actually actively looking at it and trying to link it to something I've seen before.
Investigation.
Thank you.
That one. I'm just horrified by it.
14.
14.
Perception would have been 12.
As you're looking at everything that's wrong about it, you do notice that the limbs are magically fused. It's seamless, just like the arms were and the grasping hands that you saw in the train.
We need to find out.
This flesh has melded together through some strange arcane
We need to
means.
find out what they mean by this crystal corrupts humans when it's outside of the protection.
We need to find out why they were shipping hands here.
If they were throwing body parts down to feed the roper.
That would be stupid.
I think one roper doesn't explain this whole operation.
It's
crazy.
It's just the way they were trying to throw their dead. And then the corruption of the crystal.
Right.
Either way, whatever it is, I am not going down and fighting a lot of them.
I don't see any reason why they would have chopped up all of their dead into small pieces to take them down 10 levels of a mine in order to throw
It just
them away.
makes no sense.
It
It
just
makes no
does.
sense.
Unless it's come in a different way, but
But it made no sense when it
I'm
was on the
not-
train. It makes even less sense.
I
now.
think we need to go back up. And we need to tell them what we have found down here, because there is no way we can take on all that.
This is. Yes, I agree.
It is. Even if we explain to them what we've seen.
What did Ace get from the
Undead check.
divine sense?
Undead.
Ace says, "This is wrong. We should do something about it."
Ace is really militant against the undead, isn't he? Aren't they?
It would definitely do something against it, but not just us. I'm in no fit state to go down there and take on
The
those
thing
things.
is, if we go up without completing the mission, I'm not
We
sure.
can always come back down, but we can go up and explain what we found.
I'm not sure it'll go well for us if we leave without completing it. We could go back to the entrance and rest for the night and
Well, yeah, that's what I
close
mean.
the mimic back up.
I'm not saying we leave completely, but go up, tell them what we found, rest, and then come back down when we've got everything we need. Maybe maybe not back up because they'll send fucking elves.
There's a long tunnel that we could go back and.
Rest at the top of.
Yeah. Wow.
It was okay. A couple of
You know-
kobolds we could have rested with.
I have a spell I can use to set an alarm around us for the night, and we can get some rest, and we can at least face them at full strength and try and get us. If we go back without completing the mission,
How many of them is there going to be though?
we don't know.
We need to find out what's fusing them together
Maybe if
and
we hadn't
stop
killed the
that.
kobolds.
The kobolds said there were many of them, but they can't count high.
I could see him.
We
Yeah.
need to find out what's causing it. Otherwise, it could just be making more and more and more of them down there.
So we're going to have to go down to investigate to get the answers to be able to go back. Because I think with humans, if we go back without the answers, I just think it could go badly for us.
Ace just very sort of resolutely says, that thing is wrong and whatever's making them, we need to stop it.
We're going to, just in a more sensible way.
Let's go up to the top where the minecart dissolved and
Get some rest.
get some rest. Does that sound okay?
I mean, I think we should just leave the mine entirely. This isn't.
Ace has their stubborn face on. I'm not sure that's going to happen.
I'd
I'm not
like
leaving
to talk
the mine by myself.
with the Overseer and tell him what we found down there and see if they're willing to send anyone down, or if they know if this crystal has got something to do with it, if there's something they could do to stop it from happening any further. But
If they're the ones shipping in the hands, I am concerned
there's something they want to happen.
that they know something about this and that we would be
Why
putting
send
ourselves.
adventurers down?
I don't know, but I'm worried we would be putting ourselves in danger unless they're trying to kill us off.
But when he was talking to the Inquisitor, they said if they didn't get the mine up and working again,
So why?
there's going to be a problem.
But someone's shipping in the hands, which means perhaps a traitor. We need evidence, otherwise we're not going to get anywhere.
From what you remember of what he said, things are shipped out of the mine. Things are not shipped in.
So why were their hands coming in on the train?
And from what you remember from the conversation of the two guards, this train was travelling past Tal, the train you were on.
So why would there be anything similar down here? We need
Where does it come from in Tau? That train's very set off point with Tau.
Unless it didn't even come from Tau, unless it was already on
Tau
there. when we
was an
got there.
overnight stop.
Yeah, it was already on there. But it's supposed to go past, but it was also stopped at the entrance. I'm just saying without more information.
Outside of the protection of Portal. And then we opened the box.
We did open a box, but we dealt with the box.
And as that idea kind of cements in your head, you were stopped over what is effectively now, and as you look at your compass and you work out how far you've travelled to get down to this level, you'd be far enough in the direction of where the train stopped to be directly below the train.
Are you implying that we opened the box and let out the creatures, or that
No, just that they're outside of the
Just
protection of the
asking the
crystals.
dungeon master for the solution to his own riddle.
No, but
No, but as you mull over the idea, is it possible that the creatures did not exist in the box until you broke the stasis spell directly over the corrupting influence of
Of
the
the
mind
crystal.
full of the crystal.
Which still doesn't answer the question of why they had boxes full of limbs, but if this is what it does, if this crystal turns humans undead.
Hey,
Maybe we close this.
I know this. I know no one liked this point when I made it before, but is it possible the boxes full of limbs are none of our business or concern?
I
Not
don't
when we're
think we
being
caused.
paid.
I don't think we caused this. There was already a problem in Portal in the mines before we got here.
Wait. If the boxes of limbs were nothing to do with this, they were just being shipped. But when it was opened, it happened over the top of the mine where the crystals were. It caused the same corruption up there. This is the dead that have died down here. Potentially.
No, the guys in the forest that turned in the night.
There is a ring of truth in your brain as you utter these words out loud to everyone.
The
moment.
bandit
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
was stolen from the mine
Light bulb
and
moment.
turned undead overnight.
It actually looks like you have a light
Watch
bulb.
it.
Well,
Sorry.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
It was me, Guru.
But yeah, so this is what they mean by the crystal corrupts humans. It turns them undead.
So what killed these people in the first place? Perhaps the mimics? Things like that, and then they've turned
Anyone who's had
into
a mining accident,
anyone at all, and then
and they're not going to care about getting the body out.
The roper.
could be the
Yeah.
rubber.
And how many humans have just been left sort of down here to rot?
Do we do knowing?
And not even necessarily dying. The bandit didn't die, he just turned.
Do we know enough about ropers to know whether they would basically eat all of anything they kill?
From what you know, they're fill and leave parts
So the rubber
before they move on
It could be the
for
roper,
fresher
it could be
flesh.
mining
They may
accidents.
return to eat it later if they
Anyone
can't
from
find a
that
fresher
better.
meal, but
It could be that. It could be that these are things that the roper has killed.
You know what?
And I
Something
don't
else.
Going to
think
talk to
they
the
have,
overseer is not the worst idea. If
I don't think they have to be killed. The bandit wasn't killed, he just turned in the night.
He got sick because he
sick.
stole crystal from the mine, though.
And
That's
he got
what we were
corrupted.
told.
Yeah.
but he didn't die.
he
just
didn't
got
die,
sick
but he
and
still got
changed.
corrupted.
These humans have been handling the crystals, so what
Yeah,
if
they,
they're
but
just?
they haven't necessarily. But this, I thought the corrupting thing happened when people stole from the mine. These,
When it's when they're no longer under the protection that's over the city. We're far enough out at this point that we're no longer under the protection. That's why it's dangerous for you and Ace to be down here now. Because if you touch that crystal, you can be corrupted now.
Because that's why when we opened the box, they were just boxes of hands, which begs a whole other bunch of questions.
Yeah.
But they were just boxes of hands. But when we opened them,
They've been
they
affected
were
by the
corrupted
crystal
by the
down
crystals
here.
below.
Because that crystal is so big, God knows how far its reach is.
You know, our mission was to solve the problem. We
We've
know
solved
what's
the
causing
problem.
the problem. We can't fix it. We should go.
I mean,
Ace
I'm going to get out.
just got a natural 20 on an intelligence check.
it's funny. I don't remember rolling.
Ace deals with undead though.
Mm.
Perhaps it was because the hands were already dead that they were affected so quickly.
Mm. If you're already dead, it affects quickly. If you're not, it slowly happens.
Makes sense.
Which begs to differ how many humans are currently now on the surface.
You could end up with an army of undead. On
And
that
not
note,
under anyone's control.
I start sliding gently back up the
Yes.
tracks again out.
As soon as they leave Portal, they could start turning. We could end up with just a world covered in undead.
We need to speak to them. What do they do to the crystal? You need to find out what they do to the
Just to
crystal
mine
to
it,
stop
to make
it
it
being
safe.
dangerous.
Yeah.
And they need to treat this area because nobody can mine down here.
No.
It will lead to death for them as well.
We need
We
to go back
can't
to the
fix this.
surface.
I actually agree with
This is a bit bigger than just us.
I agree with you.
I wrote surface.
That's 3 for the surface.
you. Ace, I'm sorry, we can't face this fight. You know that, right? We would die.
This is too big for us now.
Did you see how fast that thing was? A couple of mimics is different to whatever the hell that skittering, revolting creature was.
Ace says, I can't believe that we can't solve this.
Just if
You
you
want
want
to
if
get
you want to
turned
go down
into
your
one of
own,
them?
go for it. But
Please.
this is bigger than us now.
We need to protect the humans on the surface. They need to be brought within the protections. We have to.
We're forgetting the creatures down here now. There's humans on the surface who have been in these mines. Who all they need to do is leave Portal and they turn.
Theoretically, we're not
And from
sure,
the fight
but
with the bandits, one of
Unless-
them bit and turned the other one.
unless they didn't have the crystal on them, but
It
I
could
don't
have
know if that-
already had an effect.
it could have done, but we don't know that.
It could be exposure, long term.
Basically, they're radio fucking active. We don't know what that means.
Zombie apocalypse.
Okay.
We need to make sure that everyone who has never been down this mine or been anywhere near the crystal is going to be safe first.
Okay.
We have to go. I'm sorry, Ace.
We
And
need to head back up.
I'm going to start going back up to
Yeah.
to find the way out and the lift. But I'm also looking real closely at any fallen tools, any rocks coming from the ceiling.
Suspicious of everything.
I am suspicious of the walls right now, and proper twitchy.
It took you a while to get down here, so it doesn't. Knowing your way back doesn't take you that long. But still a good couple of hours before you reach the point again where you can get back on the lift. And the lift is there.
The lift is there.
Mm-hmm.
Just before we go, I turn around to Oriana and Sebs and go, obviously we can't tell them that we opened the box on the train.
No,
No.
oh god, no.
Just checking.
No, it's simple to say that how far down we went, we would be outside the protection of Portal.
I wish I
Heard.
didn't know that we opened the box on the train.
It gave us some
so
information that we
actually,
need. It gave us some information that is handy. Yeah? The last thing, where do we say we found the bandit while we were doing the work for the sheriff, so we can tell the truth on that, yeah?
Yeah, we were out hunting humans that escaped. They were part of that group.
No, they were just bandits.
Oh, they were just bandits. They were just bandits from town.
They attacked us in the night.
They followed us out of the town.
They tried to attack us in the night, and then
We
They all
don't need to
died
get our
in the-
story straight if we're just going to tell the truth.
Yeah, but we released one, so I'm just saying we need to make sure we don't mention that.
No,
oh god, we released one.
we wasn't
He
sick.
didn't steal anything, and he wasn't sick.
Let's just hope it's not a sort of exposure.
Come on, let's get in this lift. Oh, collar. I already have it done. Do you know what? I thought I'd forgotten about it, and I get on the lift.
I'm about to come out of this cave a different colour.
Shit happens.
Cursed.
You still have the spray.
Cursed.
Oh, I could spray myself to make myself green there.
Just say it's a reaction to mimic venom. Do mimics have venom? Mimics don't have venom. Mimic goo.
I spray myself back green. It just makes life easier. Next time I'll be blue. Until I can lift this curse and then I'll be purple again.
Okay.
You're having this conversation for about 30 seconds on the lift and it's not moving.
Hey, how do we make the lift go up?
Shut up. Wait, if you do
It's
that.
way too high up, and that's going to alert a lot of attention to a lot of other things that might be creepy.
I
down
am
here.
not walking out of this fucking mine.
There's a candle burning on the side of the lift and it's a green flame. Similar to the one you saw in the reception.
Oh,
of,
has anyone got paper?
Obviously.
And
And I hand you a piece of paper and a pen. Or a piece of paper, a quill and some ink.
I write up please and a winky face. And hold it over the flame.
And it disappears.
Holy shit, Oriana just invented emoji.
Yep.
I hands up to
scan it.
it's my face. I'm broke now. I don't.
A slip comes back and it's written in a very, there's a flourish to the style.
Oh god, it's
Um,
Jean-Pierre.
Jean-Pierre.
And it reads, have you solved the problem?
I would write that we have solved the cause of the problem, but we need to discuss next steps.
We've solved We've solved one of the problems. We've discovered the second, and it's going to need a lot more firepower.
Okay.
I set that back up.
Maybe about a minute later, another slip of paper comes back. Our deal was, you solved the problem.
They're not going to let us back up, Ori.
Until it is safe for us to send men down.
You can write back. The problem is being caused by your crystals and dead humans.
Yeah, I write on there. The problem is caused by an area of the mind that's not under the protection of Lord Tal, and is now filled with corrupted humans. Bless you.
How did he write that?
And then I'll put. This is why we need more firepower.
If we try and take them on, you're just going to end up with more fuel for the fire.
Yeah, and then P.S. solve the mimic issue as well.
Do campaigns. First time we face mimics.
And about a minute goes by again, and you get another message. If you have so quickly solved the mimic problem, then surely this other issue should be a cakewalk.
Ace draws their sword and says, sounds like we're stuck down here, so we might as well solve the problem.
Okay, do you know what? Let's camp for the night by this lift. I don't think we have a choice.
That's fine. I sent one last message that just says "Hell hath no fury," like a woman scorned. I'm like, alright, that's fine.
Let's take a rest, huh?
Hell hath no fury is very on brand.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's very on brand.
In fact, I just sell "Hell hath no fury" and send that up.
And
I want that on a t-shirt too. So many Oriana t-shirts.
in the darkness of the entrance to the 9th level, that's very on brand as well.
Mm-hmm.
You may camp for the night.
I cast alarm around us as a ritual.
What do you do? What do you use for your ritual focus?
Yeah. So I am going to pull out some silver ink that I have, and I'm going to do a very thin line around the outside of the perimeter. I think it is. Yeah, so it's like a 20-foot cube that I draw around, and then at the end of it, I use the pen to sort of sign the ends together, like with the words of the actual spell, and then as I complete it, it forms like a white light shimmering in the cube around us, so it can be visibly seen by allies but not the enemies, so they can see the edge of it so they don't step over. Now this will tell me if anyone steps in here. It'll awake me when I sleep so we can all sleep, although...
Do I know who's been replying to the letters?
You just see handwriting.
Should have found out who it was. Wait, it says our agreement though.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be the Overseer.
Mm-hmm.
Who's being a bitch now?
Oh.
Someone's not getting a pity fuck.
So we rest, and that's what we're going to do.
Might get a nice bottle of wine from one of you. And
Sepsis, you seem to be somebody good at revenge.
Sepsis has never taken revenge on anyone.
You seem like you'd be good at it.
I don't know what you mean.
That's it.
and you all
How do you feel like killing an
can
elf?
benefit from a long rest.
Okay. Are we doing watches? I mean, we can do them,
Yeah.
but it won't make any difference because.
Oh, by the way, now that you've done the alarm, Ace's sword does exactly the same thing as long as she's with you.
That's fine.
There, with you.
Yeah, that's fine. I still want the alarm spell on the perimeter. It makes me feel better. It's a ritual. It doesn't take a spell slot.
Hey, do we level up?
No.
You fucking
That-
with me.
I
The
mean-
amount of mimics we killed and the amount of wild magic I just.
It'd be really
That
nice.
was pretty optimistic.
It'd be really nice if we did though, because I really need the next level, because it does so many nice things.
It would do some pretty great things for me as well.
Yeah, 5th level's like a big deal.
I know.
I just
I
want to
know.
start multiclassing.
I absolutely know that 5th level is a big deal.
That's why we don't get it.
I just want my multiclass.
We've got to do some big deal shit in order to get that big deal level.
I don't like it. I miss.
I rode a mimic.
There's a sentence.
It's not a milestone though, is it?
It definitely was in Oriana's life.
But yeah,
I had to do 10 wild
so
magics.
we'll end it there. because you've just packed up all your shit anyway, so we can't really. Let's keep going for now.
No, because I've got to be at work at 7 o'clock in the
okay.
morning.
It's
So.
on gone 11.
It is on gone level.
But yes, those who stuck
Right.
around, thank you very much for watching. I hope everyone who did watch
Most
enjoyed.
Craig at the end. Hi, Craig.
Hey Craig, by the way, it was good.
You should come play.
Um,
Come
yeah.
play, right? Come play.
Come play
Craig.
Craig.
Come play, Craig.
But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Those who are to watch, and then have watched by the time you get up to this part, thank you very much. This will be on YouTube next week.
I wonder
Thank you,
if I
Wetherspoons, for sponsoring the show.
Shut up!
Oh yes, news. We get a brand new computer tomorrow.
Woo!
This is news.
And then, in the amazing and wonderful, mood that Amelia will be in, she'll probably buy me Baldur's Gate at some point, so we can both start streaming. Because she'll be all like, "Oh my god, I've left you alone all night while I streamed Subnautica. You must have been so bored." I'm like, "Yes, I'll be really bored." And then she'll get me.
You're going to fight over the computer, aren't you?
No,
No.
not at all. The computer's for her, laptop's for me. I'll just use a webcam.
Computer's mine.
But yeah, so
We've both got
we're
our
going to
computers.
have Dice of the Beholder Gaming, which is actually live
It's
already.
actually Dobby
on
Gaming.
Dobby Gaming, sorry, which is live already on Twitch and YouTube. It just doesn't have any content, but will do very soon because we're going to have a computer set up tomorrow. And
You just need
then
the login details for that then.
yes, I will.
And me. He created it.
I'll have to remember them. I have a lot of different accounts now. But yes, that'll all be happening very soon. So stay tuned. And
I'd be more enthusiastic, but it's real late. But it's
yeah.
going to be fun.
Yeah,
But
yes.
lucky 25 plus.
Sorry, thank you
Okay.
very much for watching. Thank you everyone for sticking around for 13 episodes.
Sorry, we're gonna do any jobs in
Shane,
the
don't
morning.
worry. I know you're going to watch it again, and we love you.
I
But yeah,
dedicate the second Wild Magic Surge to you. I don't even remember what one that was.
Shane, you've got to watch this second one, Magic. I'm totally making that a highlight, just that 10-minute section. Can you just go on as a permanent? This is what happens when you roll a 2. But yeah,
End it.
thanks
Bedtime.
guys.
Night, everyone.
Night,
night,
everyone.
everyone.
And bye.
Bye.